because I thought you might have, you would have, maybe.
Yeah. Woke up.
Done, son. Yeah, King Chalk Entertainment. Here we go. If you haven't already, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check us live and become a part of the show on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, Wednesday and Thursday at 11 p.m. and Friday and Saturday at 1 a.m. Central Standard Time. Yeah. While you're playing the game, working out, cleaning, or whatever, check out the more refined audio versions of the show on Spotify, Apple, Anchor, and more. Keyword King Tracker ENT. Yeah. Shouts out to Pat, Doc, Deuce, Curtis, Brendan, Elliott, Juanita, Jay Lethal, Tariq, my Twitch follower, Francisco, and others for always supporting the channel. Yeah. Race, spirituality, politics. Let's talk about it. We generate interest into what has happened and what is happening in our world, therefore creating activists. Let's go. Dale gas, baby. Hey.
It was made just for me.
Man, I got this.
Nah, I got this.
It kinda sound like it was made just for me.
I got this. Don't try to stop this. Niggas fall down like I'm spitting out some hot shit. I'ma melt your bones down to the floor. If any man coming through swinging fofo,
You gon' catch an elbow from my kinfolk. We don't give a damn, we gon' smoke mojo. You can't keep up with my speech. You gon' get beat down to the street.
nigga preach when I come with the sermon. Niggas didn't learn their lesson and now they burning. Tossing and turning cause you can't sleep. We decreased your earnings, now your crew can't eat.
Can't eat, talking about it was a studio leak. Maybe it's cause your lyrics so weak. I heard Mo out of Little Bo Peep.
Plus your boy sucking dick on the late night creep. I got this.
Nah, I got this.
It kinda sounds like it was made just for me.
Man, I got this.
Nah, I got this.
It kinda sound like it was made just for me.
I got this.
Nah, I got this.
It kinda sound like it was made just for me.
I got this.
Nah, I got this.
It kinda sound like it was made just for me. Too much. Coming soon. Stay tuned. Hey.
Good evening, my little one. I shall make you psychotic.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
Bouncing back and forth, and you know I'm swinging bows. I'm about to change course, go home and change your clothes. I'm looking at this bitch, it seems like she's saying no. I'ma hit the streets, though I'm supposed to be laying low. I'm following the buzz, never know which way it go. Keep on bringing heat, cause the G.O.D. say it so. Sailing on the beat, so you can't chop and play it so. She got me for a piece, now I'm about to pay the hoe. Stop smoking, switch the sweets, where I gotta take a toke. Now I got a little guac, now I gotta make it grow. Keep on thinking we some hee-haw, mom, pop folks. We gon' hit you in your teeth, we keep a buzz all closed. I've been on it 5 days, so I'm sitting sideways. Now get out of my way, or dick if you don't like what I say. I'm the shit with the shit, so we gon' do this my way. And we just getting started, so go on, say your grace. I'ma eat you rappers, though I won't enjoy the taste. I'm closing your estates while you falling on the stakes. I'm rolling on the bass while you rolling on the face. Sitting on the place, not knowing I'ma take your fast, slowing and it's fake. So I'm gonna wait, time will come, down will be done. I saw it and I said that it was great.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
It's not just talent.
That's what you ought to do.
You gotta know what the fuck you doing.
Shawty come and jump in my ride.
That's what you ought to do.
When the sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Don't play and shine, show me your grind. That's what you ought to do.
I will hit any chick who likes sodomy, sex on stilts. While the big top watching me, I eat fish like a culinary prodigy. I leave you like an open heart. Carnegie, just can't quit. Feel like it's a part of me, my wrist on lit. Time to join the party, we check the list quick. Who got the bottle? See a poker face chip. I know she gonna swallow me, biting my lip. While I'm watching people watching me, that's not it. Won't you climb right on top of me? My mind's so sick. It's a function of my bodily. My mind's so sick. It's a function of my bodily. I feel it, you feel it. She say I'm feeling it inside of me. I dig it, you dig it. We digging all over your body. Come get it, I'm with it. I'm gon' get it on the bottom. Come get it, I'm with it. I'm gon' get it on the bottom. We
Shawty come and jump in my ride. That's what you ought to do. When the sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Stop playing side and show me your grind. That's what you ought to do.
I done heard, I done thought, now I wonder and wanna see.
Said you really are the king of the jungle, but can it be? Now you really gotta work and be holding the head of me. Cause if you don't know how to stroke, it could cause a catastrophe. I'm a soldier, so I seek and destroy you so naturally. Put some scratches on your back and then ask what the matter be. Demonstrations while the dudes and the women be after me. Leaving weak and desperate, crying to see me on better knees. They saying where she go? Daylight, flashlight, put me on extra glow. I tried to tell you though, platinum sunshine's about to blow. Shawty come and jump in my ride. That's what you ought to do. The platinum sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Stop playing shine, show me your grind. That's what you ought to do. Shawty come and jump in my ride. That's what you ought to do. Platinum sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Stop playing shine, show me your grind. That's what you ought to do.
You want it, so come on, we gonna follow me. We light fires like Hanukkah, marijuana by the tree, like a harmonica. I lick it with no teeth. I like when it's sloshing and getting salty like the sea. Gotta slide it off and make sure it's soft enough for me. Reach the top of the mountain and have you sounding out your teeth. It sound like it's coughing and talking, saying more please. I'm sticking and stabbing it. Jason Voorhees, roll it on over and go get on the floor, please. Some of you born in October, as long as you over 18. Going to prison for pussy, just something that I can't see. Old bitch and she ready and she can munch a dick me. Gon' hop in my Chevy, we bout to hit the scene, man. The spot is so heavy. Hopping, I seen, man. I'm fresh and so ready. Popping like team, man. I'm fresh and so ready. Popping like team.
Shawty come and jump in my ride. That's what you ought to do. The platinum sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Stop playing shine, show me your grind. That's what you ought to do. Shawty come and jump in my ride. That's what you ought to do. The platinum sun is starting to shine. You feel like calling you? I think I wanna give you some time. You better follow through. Stop playing shine, show me your grind. That's what you ought to do.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? How y'all feel? Remember, we want you to be an activist. And don't take my word for it. Look that shit up, please. What's good with y'all? How y'all feel today? Man, I have not been very productive, and I feel pretty bad about that. I haven't been very productive today. Last couple days, actually. I think it's the weather, man. It's so cool. What is it? It's 38 degrees right now. For me, that's fucking cold, bro. That shit make me not want to fucking move around. It make me not want to go outside. I end up just climbing in the bed. I love to cuddle with someone, although I have no one. So I end up just cuddling with my pillow and going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I have a really big, huge pillow, and I just kind of embrace it and just hug it. And I go to sleep. So it is what it is. So I haven't been very productive. And also, I feel like this show is kind of taking too much of my time. I need to stop it. I've been kind of obsessed, and I've been promoting this channel and fixing videos and editing videos and uploading on different platforms and all of this kind of thing, because I really want this channel to be successful. But it takes time for things like that, right? So I'm like trying to make it blow up overnight, and it's like that shit is not gonna happen. And meanwhile, I have to have balance in my life and take care of my family and my responsibilities. Matter of fact, let me send a text right quick. Because I've been neglecting things. So I'm still going to do the show. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm going to do the show. I mean, I just can't. They can't be 4 and 5 hours. I can't do that. And I also can't spend too much of my day, preparing for the show. I mean, I do that. And after the show, I'll be doing work on the show after the show. So, but I just, I've noticed that it's taking a huge blocks in my time that I'm freaking not getting my stuff done, man. I'm neglecting my responsibilities. So this is just where my head is at. Doesn't mean I'm not doing the show or anything. I'm just saying I have to keep in mind. I have to find a balance, I really do. I'm on this show 4 times a week. I also do a anchor. I do at least 1 anchor. I might do 2 every week, which are edit clips from the videos of the week. And I'm also doing post type production type stuff and making clips. Thinking about what's going to be in the show, watching YouTube videos, taking notes and shit. I'm doing more work on this than I am on anything else I'm doing in my life right now. And this fucking, and this doesn't make me any money, y'all, by the way. I don't make it. It costs me money, and not just a little bit of money, a lot of money. I'm putting ads in this shit all the time. I spend, you would probably be surprised at how much it costs me because of I have different subscriptions. I have to pay for the subscription to stream the show. I have subscription with this program that I use to do editing and making it into podcasts and stuff like that. Then I have the software program I use to do the editing on. A couple of other subscriptions that related to random shit, like being able to post on Anchor and Spotify and all of that shit. So anyways, it just adds up to a lot each month. I mean, not a whole lot, but it's more than you think. And I don't get nothing out of it, other than what I feel like I get therapy from doing this show. So that's the reason why I do it. I really do feel like I get therapy out of it. But, I'm trying to help people. So that's the real reason why I do this. Let me read this one. It says, people are often afraid of loners because they represent an idea that is socially unacceptable, that they can be enough for themselves, that they're fully functioning human beings, even on their own. It says, loners are right to voice my demons. If you love yourself, you love others. If you hate yourself, you hate others. In relationships with others, it's only you mirrored. That's heavy, man. And that's what I realized about being around people who are always like saying derogatory and sneak dissing and, you know what I'm saying, trying to keep you from doing what you want to do and trying to keep you from, accomplishing whatever it is you want to accomplish. I realized that those people are really just projecting their own fears, but it works. It works a lot. We're human, so we get impacted by others easily. So, decision I made is I can't really fuck with them people. But then that kind of goes back to this first quote. I end up alone because that's what it is. I'm lonely as fuck. I can't really fuck with nobody. They have those negative energies that's trying to take me somewhere I don't want to be. And I'm totally comfortable with being by myself. Like a lot of people do have problems with being alone, especially with their own thoughts. That's the reason why, they need constant stimulation. That's what the Matrix is, constant stimulation. The moment that stimulation dies down and things become quiet, then their mind starts going into other things. And then they don't want that because they don't want to actually reflect. I reflect too much. I spend all day reflecting. I do one thing and then reflect about it for 24 hours. That's not healthy. But people, a lot of people, they don't reflect at all. It says when education becomes even a fifth as popular as entertainment in our culture, we will have the wealth and power needed. I mean, I don't even want to comment on this because people don't fucking respect education. They act like it's not important, like it's not a good thing. Like, you're like, I read a whole bunch of books. Were you stupid for reading all those books? Well, I went to a whole bunch of classes. Were you stupid for going to all of those classes? Like there's no value in knowledge. People really feel like there's no value in knowledge. Well, you didn't learn nothing. They was just brainwashing you anyway. So every single book I read was brainwashing. I didn't learn nothing. All these classes I took, nothing useful came out of it. All the books I read, nothing useful. I should have just sat my ass at home and watched TV, right? Like you. This says, I see no color is not the goal. I see your color and I honor you. I value your input. I will be educated about your lived experiences. I will work against the racism that harms you. You are beautiful and I will do better. That's the goal. That's what people need to say. That's what this post is about, because that's what they really need to say. That, oh, I don't see color shit. That makes me want to punch you in the fucking face because you're fucking full of shit. The mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns to its original dimensions. And that's what I'm doing on this show, or at least trying to. Better to write for yourself and have no public than to write for the public and have no self. Man, this one back here, the one about I see no color. Everybody always saying that shit like it's like the politically correct thing to say. I don't see color. Well, the system sees color, bitch. Take it off of your ID. Take it off of your driver's license. Take it off the job applications. Take it off the census. If it doesn't matter. It doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. It's totally arbitrary. People don't get treated different based on their race. Then take that fucking shit off of every fucking piece of paper that we have to write it on. Why do we have to write it down on anything? The fuck out of here, bruh. Yes, you don't see color, but the fucking system does. Your damn passport does. Your fucking job application does. This thing right here is viral as fuck. The quote from
должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным.
This nigga not playing with y'all.
Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, а тем более создать угрозы для нашей страны, для нашего народа, должны знать, что ответ России будет незамедлительным и приведет вас к таким последствиям, с которыми вы в своей истории еще никогда не сталкивались. Мы готовы к любому развитию событий. Все необходимые в этой связи решения приняты. Надеюсь, что я буду услышан. Кто бы ни пытался помешать нам, тем более создать угрозы для нашей страны, для нашего народа, должны знать.
We'll bring the heat, bro. This is our situation. This is our internal. This don't have nothing to do with y'all. If y'all want to come over here and fuck with us related to this shit, we're going to fuck you shit up. Basically, that's what he said. God damn, what the fuck is that? That's an alligator? Jumped in the water and attacked them niggas in their pool. Like that nigga can have the pool. I'll feed that nigga some chicken or something. He hungry. Damn, he literally attacked them. He must be tripping because ain't no way in hell his little ass will be able to take any of them as prey. We have them in our bayous here in Houston. They're all over. They're usually about that size too, like the one that was there. They're not that big. I don't know. I think it's because they're in the bayous and what they eat on is small stuff. So they don't get that big. Or whatever. Maybe once they do get big, then they find another place to be other than the bayous, because I don't think the bayous can handle some parts of it. Once the bayou starts getting closer to the bay, because they get big as fuck. So ain't no telling what. And anything can swim up in that water is going into the bay. You could get fucking sharks or fucking whales or some shit up in there. It says a huge crowd of anti-war protesters in St. Petersburg, Russia. So basically, like the Russian citizens ain't feeling. Nobody wants this, bro. Like the media wants it. They make money off of fucking bad things happening. This is funny. Is there any sound to this? I don't want to play it if there's sound. I always got to play sound. Let me start this over because I ain't gonna lie. All three of the ones they just said I do. It says things black people do for no reason. 1, lock the car more than once. I keep on hitting the button. Look out the peephole when locking the front door. Like somebody randomly just gonna be there. Like start snapping your fingers to remember something. I do that shit all the fucking time. Let me see. Rinse a cup out even though it's clean already. Yep, I do that same thing too. Why? I do not know, bruh. Hold the remote in the air till it starts working. Well, I don't really do that because I don't watch TV, so I can't sympathize with that one. How y'all feel, man? It's early. It's early today. I mean, it's late. I mean, I'm early, but late. I'm late because I really meant to come on earlier, but I'm early because my scheduled time is 11. So I'm kind of just waiting for people to trickle in. And like I say, I'm out of it. I should have been. I'm not on point today. I apologize for that.
I can't move set.
Oh, one of the Yasha. Aisha Bia, now watch it. Now, a crowd say, over Kwame
Ajiman is one of the most important men in Amasewa's village. He lives strictly according to Asante custom, but he finds it more convenient not to operate a weekly sex rota. He prefers to keep his wives
Maybe I'm better now for friend of Cram. Massadia, my one sign for Fra. Because if you war as I be war, I can move set.
Sebia Yacha now. Oh, one of the Yasha. Aisha Bia, now watch it. Now, a crowd say, over Kwame
Ajiman is one of.
Yeah. I swear, bro. And I was screaming at everybody, and they was fucking mad at me. Black people the ones put him in there. It says, boy, Biden and Harris certainly fooled the majority of y'all niggas. Don't cry now. We got 2 more years left under this clown. This is what y'all wanted, what y'all voted for. But, this is part of the system, too. We love to point at the conservatives, point fingers at the liberals. The liberals point fingers at the conservatives. The Democrats point fingers at the Republicans. The Republicans point fingers at the Democrats, and it just goes back and forth, and then it's like, and then it just causes us to fight against each other again, like I say, because it's like I say, I was trying to talk to people and let them know that this guy isn't who we think who he looks like. Y'all just need to do a little bit of research, and like, nah, this nigga was Obama's vice president, but Obama was shitty too. Well, yeah, Obama was the first black president, greatest president we've had. What have you done? What are you talking about? He's the president. You ain't shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, whatever. So, but then we're fighting though. Meanwhile, they're leaving out the back door with everything, bro. You're leaving out the back door with every fucking thing. So, but meanwhile, we're pointing fingers at each other. Oh, y'all voted for this fool. I ain't vote for him. This is not my president.
So
Yes,
you're
it
nice.
is.
Yeah. Are you good at it?
Yes, it is. It's all of our president, whether you voted for them or not. Anyways, y'all need to become, and voting is happening right now in Texas, y'all. So you need to, at the very least, just become more aware of what the fuck is going on. You don't have to go vote. Go realize who's running and what are the things that they're, pushing and so forth and so on. What are they standing on? I don't know. I got some topics I want to cover, but I'm kind of waiting.
Chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences. Today, I'm authorizing additional strong sanctions and new limitations on what can be exported to Russia. This is going to impose severe cost on the Russian economy, both immediately and over time. We have purposely designed these sanctions to maximize the long-term impact on Russia and to minimize the impact on the United States and our allies. I want to be clear, the United States is not doing this alone. For months, we've been building a coalition of partners representing well more than half the global economy. 27 members of the European Union, including France, Germany, Italy, as well as the United Kingdom, Canada, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, and many others, to amplify the joint impact of our response.
Niggas, that sound like the coalition
Putin
of the willing.
is the aggressor.
That Bush had.
Putin chose this war, and now he and his country will bear the consequences. Today, I'm authorizing additional strong sanctions.
Y'all don't hear the echoes of Iraq with
limitations
this
on
shit?
what can be exported to Russia. This is going to impose severe cost on the Russian economy, both immediately and over time. We have purposely designed these sanctions to maximize the long-term impact on Russia and to minimize the impact on the United States and our allies. I want to be clear, the United States is not doing this alone. For months, we've been building a coalition of partners.
Y'all don't hear echoes of fucking Iraq. To me, this situation sounds exactly the same as Iraq. It sounds very, very, very similar to Iraq. Like Iraq's gonna invade the countries around them and da. We gotta go over there. And look at Iraq, a mess. So you could pretty much guarantee Ukraine's gonna be a mess for the next, especially if NATO and the United States gets in. They're already involved, but too overly involved. If they become dominantly involved, you can guarantee Ukraine will be a mess for the next 20, 30 years. Nothing good is going to come out of this if NATO is all in the mix. So what about us? What about what's going on here domestically? It's a mess domestically in the United States, bruh. Why are we so concerned with what's, no offense to the people of Ukraine, you guys, but why are we so concerned with that? We got shit going on here.
Я не бачу. Ой,
Damn, bro. How do you leave? Where do you go? What do you do when you're in a situation like that? It's fucked up. Just hope you're not nowhere near the target, because you just a regular Joe Blow. You a nobody, so you know they're not targeting you. Just hope the targets that they fucking, shooting at are nowhere close to you. A lot of this is related to oil and gas too. There's a pipeline. Europe gets a pipeline, gets all their fuel, most of their fuel from Russia. Let's see what they're talking about here. Are they explaining that shit?
Bitch, why would you have my door?
Oh, it's not saying nothing. Fucking So part of the sanctions is related to, not letting Russia make more money off of selling oil and gas, petrol and shit to Europe. But meanwhile, guess what that's gonna do? It's gonna drive the prices up. It's gonna drive
Bitches in the future.
It's gonna drive the prices up in Europe and over here in the States. And what's crazy to me about all of this stuff, no matter what happens, these damn corporations keep making more fucking money, bro. Every time something fucked up happens, they make more money. And then they be like acting like, okay, well, we have to raise the price, you know what I'm saying? Well, why you gotta raise the price? You know, is it really costing you more on your end? What is the situation for that? They don't explain that to us.
Because I don't believe that he will just stop.
Because they don't want us to know that half of these motherfuckers, these food prices, some of these gas prices, all of these prices are just the companies taking advantage of the chaos and saying that the chaos is affecting their, stream, their products coming in. It's not true. They're just adding to the price so they can make more money.
And I would like them to know that they're not attacking just their military bases. They actually attacking in our neighborhoods, and they're making us feel insecure and very unsafe.
What was your reaction when you woke up this morning and you heard the explosions?
It cannot be true. We just started to pack the things in case of emergency. Hope that Europe and USA, they will support us, because I don't believe that he will just stop or that it will be a quick war. And I don't want any people to die here in my land. I just hope that some people in Russia are against
They're pulling on y'all heartstrings, bro. Do not let them do it. And I do feel for these people. I would hate to be in her position, but what we see over here in the media in the States is always going to be, it's always going to be propaganda, bro. Real things do happen, but they skew them. They skew them from when they go interview people, who are saying the stuff that they want, the American public to feel. Not everybody feels the same way. She could have interviewed somebody standing right next to her and she would have said something totally different. And we talking about all the wrong things, bro. We need to be talking about what needs to be fixed here domestically. Let me go back to this because this keeps on going and it's not even true.
Joe Biden said he spent $60 million on paraphernalia for drugs. And this is what it looks like. It says being alive. This is a meth pipe. Yep. Right here with this bubble thing. I guess you put the meth in there. Mm-hmm. This is a crack pipe. Yep. Okay. These are all instructions on how to overdose treatment and education. This is the needle in here. I'm not going to open this. That's for heroin. Yes, for heroin. It has the alcohol pads. That's a real needle? It's a needle in there. Oh my God. And these things are like a black and mild filter that you put on the crack pipe so you don't think no one's saliva, so you don't get sick, and you can do your drugs. So this is
they're like, if you're gonna do drugs, we're gonna give it to you so that you can do it the proper way without getting sick.
Because we're not stopping it. We're not going to stop it.
Exactly.
This is where we living at, y'all, and this is what the government's doing. Joe Biden said he spent $60 million.
So, and a lot of people talking about it's a bad thing, but regardless of what the details are with this, it's like the intentions are to help people, right? Right? Why are we fuck them? Let the crackheads die in the street. Let the homeless people freeze to death. So it's 36 degrees. What happened? It changed to something. It says rain now. It don't tell me the temperature. That's weird. I never saw it do that. Must be raining outside, I guess. I was clicking on my weather app, so it might have updated some shit or something. But anyways, whatever. I said 30-something degrees earlier, 36 degrees. That's pretty fucking cold, bro, for Houston. And it's a lot of people who don't have any place to live, bro. And they out there in that fucking cold, bro. And they're like, go to a shelter. They say they get raped, killed, beat up. They be dirty. They get sick in these shelters. They don't be having enough space. It's not good conditions because we don't really care about the homeless people. So we don't set up situations for them that's going to be safe for them during times like these, you know, and it's our punishment. It's society punishing you for whatever you did. You're not following, keep your head down and do whatever these people tell you to do. And you won't end up out there underneath the fucking bridge freezing to death. You know what I'm saying? Go to work, get a job, go work for somebody, do whatever, go pay rent, go pay a mortgage, get married. You know what I'm saying? You know, buy a house. You know what I'm saying? These are what we want you to do. Pay taxes, you know, pay your insurance, pay your registration stickers and your license plate stickers, and be an upstanding citizen. Or else freeze to death and die, bitch.
The quickest way to get out here. A lot of people.
Принято решение о проведении.
I am here just a couple of miles into Ukraine from Poland, and as you can see, the road is completely gridlocked behind me. People are just getting out of their cars and walking because it's by far the quickest way to get out here. A lot of people going to Poland, a lot of people going on to family elsewhere in Europe, friends. People can cross the border here without a visa, and it's one of the few foot crossings. But yeah, just complete gridlock here. I am here just a couple of miles into Ukraine.
And let me ask y'all this: how come we don't have a migration crisis in that area? Aren't these migrants, or what you would call refugees, right? And we've been talking about in the news a lot about migrants and refugees and countries being like, oh, we don't want them, like the Haitians. You know what I'm saying? The Haitians are going through shit, you know, and they're trying to escape. They don't have, the president got assassinated. This situation is similar to this. And so, but all the other countries are like, no. Y'all can't come over here. I understand y'all going through problems at home, but y'all can't come over here. Y'all gotta go back home. But this just started, so maybe it'll change in the future, but I haven't heard anything about countries, because she was just saying, and we can go to Poland, we can go here, other places in Europe. We don't have no problem. They're not even asking us for passports. They're not giving us a hard time. So what the fuck? What the fuck is the difference? How come they don't have problems as refugees? They're not even being called refugees. But the people from Haiti can't go no fucking where. Nobody want to accept them. They got to go to Venezuela or Cuba, I think. I think Cuba will help take them. Apartment prices. Okay, so in Houston, 2014, it says $1,230. I guess that's the average price. 2021, $1,515. So up 23%. That's in Houston. In New York, $4,910. Now $5,728. That's up 17%. Los Angeles, 1866. This is from 2014. 2021, 2644, up 42%. Phoenix, 1,002 in 2014, 1,885, up 88%. Okay, now I was screaming about this shit for the fucking longest. Like, see, what they want is a nation of renters, bro. They could control you much better than that way. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no, you don't own anything. They can kick you out of your apartment. It's another way to, that's what I be trying to tell people. Like the car note, your car note is another thing that keeps you attached to your job. Your rent is another thing that keeps you attached to your job. So you have to go to work because you have to pay that rent. You have to pay that car note, or you're going to be out there freezing under the fucking bridge. So they're making it harder and harder for people to be able to buy homes. The damn BlackRock and them come through. They have the fucking, they have the liquid money to pay cash for a house way over the asking price, because they know they're going to make their money tenfold, because they're going to turn this into a rent house and they're going to make their money over and over and over again. They'll own it. It'll be in their portfolio forever. Ever. Okay. So try to understand this, okay? They're getting rid of the middle class. They're destroying the middle class. They making it difficult for people to own anything. And then they keep raising they can raise the rent because now, like I say, it's owned by these corporations, all these houses. So they just, hey, we got to make our money back. We paid over market price for this house. So hey, we got to make our we got to take care of our stakeholders. You know what I'm saying? We got to what do you call it? Fiscally, we got to be fiscally responsible. But what's crazy about that whole thing is they bought that house with your money. Follow me. You invest in BlackRock to trade your stocks or whatever, investment firm or whatever, and they guarantee a certain amount of return on your money, diddy-da-da-da-da-diddy-da. But they use the money that you invest as their capital that they need to go buy all these fucking houses. So you invest in their investment firm, put money in their investment firm so that you can make your little dividends or whatever every year. They use that money to buy your house, and then they rent that house to you. So you made a couple more dollars on your dividends probably. They're taking care of their stakeholders, which is usually not these same people, but this could happen. And then meanwhile, then they turn around and raise the rent on your house, and you don't even see the connection because there's so many different companies in between buffer zones, so you can't even see that it's the same damn company that you're giving your money to that's buying your house that's also raising your fucking rent. Oh my God, I know y'all not following me. It says the Russian 74th Motorist Rifle Brigade, whole platoon of Russian soldiers surrendered to Ukraine forces in Chernihiv. No one thought we were going to kill, Russian officer tells. Where did that come from? See, like I say, it says nobody wants this war, not even the Russian soldiers. Everybody is on their phone watching TikToks meanwhile. It's crazy. It says, so lockdowns are being lifted and war is starting. And like I said, eliminate state, just keep you from one fucking threat level red to threat level red to threat level red. And they just keep on raising the fucking bar.
Oh no, this can't be.
What? They hit the airport? Oh no, I can't see in that picture. It doesn't look like an airport.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on.
Them motherfuckers gonna throw a fucking whole ass ad in there? What fucking clickbait bullshit is this? Damn, this is fucked up. It looks like a residential building right there. And that's why y'all niggas need to fucking calm the fuck down, bro. Because the way the wars are fought now, they fucking hit resident. Ever since World War II, when Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened, that changed the whole game. And everybody is like, okay, so we don't attack other militaries now? We just go and hit the people? Bet. What's up, Pat? How you feeling?
Pretty good, man.
My bad for coming on late. I fucking didn't get it. I say my bad for coming on late.
Shit, I'm the one that's late.
I didn't fucking get nothing done today. I swear that weather got me just under the cover, bro. I don't like that cold.
All right.
You can't hear me?
Wait a minute. Okay. I still had YouTube open and I had the
Echo.
real time and the lag time. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me hear Ben X. I be talking bad about Ben X, but I'm a fan of this nigga. That's why I follow him.
Don't even watch me. Yeah, you gonna waste your time watching somebody on here capping. You let me mean, brother Ben, this doesn't make any sense. Okay, if I'm somebody who's a writer, if I'm somebody, bro, you be capping. Okay, well let me cap you on out then. I don't want you to care if I be capping. Yeah, go on cap on out. Yeah, I done capped out the live. Talking about I be capping. Well, hey, if I'm capping.
Oh, that's just jibber jabber, but it must have been in one of his lives and somebody said a comment and he probably kicked him right out of the fucking thing.
Yeah.
But one of the things I don't like is, I think that we should have these conversations, when we disagree, that we unfollow the person that says stuff that's why we're all in our algorithm. And that's, we block the people that make comments under the social net media that we don't agree with, and that's the reason why we never get to hear, outside of our little bubble that we all everybody is in a bubble and is oblivious really of what's really happening because we don't want to hear about shit that we don't agree with. Like just because we don't agree with it doesn't make it not true.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna add a little to that because I mean, I'm a little bit opposed. I'm kind of between because I feel you have a very valid point, but at the same time, when somebody's on there and they're expressing their point of what they came to share with people, and if you come and disturb what we got going on, and you seem to not really, what I'm saying, like in a case like that, maybe he should get booed out because it's like
it depends on the circumstances. Because I know people be spamming and trolling, just trying to be disruptive.
Exactly. So I mean, you spend more time trying to convince one person where you got 1,000, or for Brother Ben, that's probably 1 million people who could be listening at the time. In a live, he might have 5,000 to 10,000 people on at one time. So for 1 to 10 people to be on talking about, what you saying is bullshit. It's like, all right, well, I think that says more about you than it does about me because you up here listening to somebody, you wasting your. You the one wasting your time with somebody that's on some bullshit.
So you're obviously here just to troll, just to disrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been following Ben for a while. I watched him kind of blow up. Yeah.
I mean, we somewhat family because I'm invested into the BWO.
Yeah, he sent me some of that shit before too. He sent me shit a couple of times, and I just crypto.
That might have sounded kind of weird. Well, it might have sounded kind of weird saying I'm invested into the. I mean, personally invested, not like I got money, cash in it. So.
Oh, you didn't put no money in? Oh, okay.
No, well, I mean, because I take the classes. I pay a monthly subscription for the classes. But I'm saying, like when some people hear investment, it's like, okay, like I did a startup or I put money into them, making the BWO. But yes, I am personally invested by taking classes and, things of that sort to, I pay money. I pay a subscription. I didn't technically like invest in BWO. That's why I want to clear that up. So it's not like somebody, is like, hey, damn, dude, shoot, they didn't give me a chance to invest in BWO, so, that's why the only reason why I cleared that up.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah, he's hit me up a couple of times. What was I going to say? Yeah, but again, like, I'm wary of the whole thing. We've had the conversation more than once, and then earlier I was talking about how the investments and BlackRock and buying the houses, and because I showed
I
a
heard some of that.
slide, yeah, about the rent prices. They're gonna keep going up because these big ass it's not private owners like before. See, like the thing is, the home ownership and flipping a home and renting out a home used to be a vehicle for the middle class to build wealth. But the fucking banks are stepping on that shit like a motherfucker now.
Well, honestly, there are some programs out there where what if you're buying. Now, if you're renting, yeah, you're kind of just in that same old loop. But there's some different things, and I haven't read all of the, like I don't know all the fine print that goes along with it. Which, you know, if you don't pay attention to that, you can get caught up in the machine, or get caught up because this is kind of similar times. Maybe it seems a little more extreme, but this is similar times to when Obama was coming to office.
Yeah. I think
So
that
I mean, it was already an existing war when he got in, but he doubled or tripled down on it once he got in.
I think that it's getting worse as far as they're making it more and more difficult for you to buy homes. Let me read these comments. I'm behind. It says, so what is he planning on doing for us though? I'm not sure. This is old comment because I'm behind. It says, like our country to control everything so it doesn't get that bad with prices, etc. Yeah, basically that's all you can do, sadly. I still don't know what he's talking about because these are old comments. There you go. They only care about themselves. Money controls the world. Yes, exactly. That's what I say. They cover up. Sleepy Joe. Maybe Trump was better. And they said it was.
Let's go, Brandon.
They said it was at the airport. I don't know who this is. It's Big T. I don't know who this is.
Yeah, that's a new one for me as well. But let's go, Brandon. Have you heard that term? This is kind of getting old now, but it's still funny when I think of it or hear it or whatever. Have you heard that whole little thing with "Let's go, Brandon"?
What is that?
It came from some woman that was interviewing the guy that just won a car race, and there was people chanting in the background. Well, yeah, he had just won a race, and then I don't know, some question came up about Biden, or Biden was, what something. But this whole thing, "Let's go, Brandon." When you hear "Let's go, Brandon," they were actually chanting. No, yeah, the news reporter thought, the people in the background was actually chanting, "Fuck Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden." And
yeah, I do remember that. Yes,
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and the girl thought they were saying, "Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon." You know what I'm saying? So that's why people just kind of start picking up on that. "Let's go, Brandon." But yeah. But man, I don't know if because of all the regulations that they made with the banks after they paid the banks off for the bad. Right. When I was in car sales, we used to call it paper. You know what I'm saying? They wrote all this bad paper, these deals with people that they knew couldn't pay. They set up the regulations where they wouldn't do that again when they bailed out the banks. So they paid off all these bad loans and still kicked people out on the street. And after they pay, what I'm saying, use those same people's money to pay off those loans, or the bad deals that the bank was making, who should have been the most responsible party. They made regulations where they wouldn't do that same type of thing again. And right now, I think because interest rate, if they really want to bring in more dollars, they have to drop the interest rate so that
But that's what they're talking about. The interest rate already too low, and they're talking about because the interest rate's about to go up. I was watching something about that. I think we're at like 6-7%. They're about to raise it.
On what?
The interest, the average interest rate on loans. Yeah. Well, it don't have to be home loans. It's just overall.
Okay. Yeah. Now, I mean, if we're talking about just basic stuff, cars and this, that, and the other, I mean, you know, that might be high for a few people, but that's actually pretty
low.
average.
That's low, really. But that's the thing. That's the thing, though. Like, this thing is so fucking complex, man. Like, and I think about it all the time, and I know I don't understand it enough, but basically after what you just said, like, you know, the banks came out on top, and the people got left holding the bag, and this has gone on. They still have that capital, like you said. If they were doing bad paper, these people should have went out of business. They should have had to hold that debt. That debt should have sat on their lap, and them motherfuckers should have to pay that shit out. However they can.
Well,
or
you
go
know,
to jail.
You know, banks are somewhat of a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's a setup. I mean, if you really consider your bank a safe place to put your money, okay, that's fine. You know, it's a good medium for exchange. You know, debit cards and things like that. So, it's good. I think it's good for that. But as far as just holding money, I wouldn't say that is the case, because there's many other places you could put it that you can actually earn money for it just sitting there. But yeah, it's really screwed up. I mean, the whole idea of putting your money here, they can take your money and actually lend it to somebody else at 10, 15, you know, somewhere between 5 and 20% at one point I've seen on a loan, where they're making that much money, but they want to pay you 1/10 of a percent, you know, on the money that you have sitting there. So I mean, it's a scam as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. So yeah, the banks win, and like, so, but what would they do to me or you if we did the exact same thing? Even if we had a legitimate business, you know what I'm saying? What would they do to me or you if we, you know, made all of these shitty ass deals, and then that shit comes back, and this money needs to come from somewhere? They finna take all your assets and liquidate them hoes, and get as much of the money they can get back, and then they finna lock you up.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, the game, you know, is played at different levels. So, I mean, somebody on a high level, they consider a white collar crime, you know, slap on the wrist. Hey, man, that was a great play.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit again.
Well, don't get caught.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, for you or I who are playing at the lower section of the game, you know, at the lower part of the totem pole, yeah, no, we would get exploited. We would be, you know, trashed, you know, totally. They take out everything that we, you know, freeze everything in our accounts if they don't absorb it somehow. Probably arrest us.
Yeah.
Run us across the news for, you know, 3 or 4 days.
Make sure that all our friends and family hates us.
Yeah.
Makes it hard for us to get another job. Fucking what was I gonna say? Oh, just like the name of the show yesterday, like, rules are for poor people.
Exactly. That plays, yeah, that part. So, but yeah, man, I mean, that's just a part of the scam. I mean, if you know, you know, like, if you're in, you're in. You know, if you're at that top of the game, I mean, it's like, all right, come on, like, what play you gonna run? All right, well, you know what? While you running that play, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna run this play. Fuck the people, and they add more zeros to their bottom line, or stuffing it in their pocket some kind of way.
And that's what I was saying earlier. Like, threat level red. They keep on threat level red. It keeps on being like, you know, the COVID restrictions are lifting everywhere around the world, and now it looks like we're going into some kind of like European world war, possibly. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say threat level red. And then also they made money. All these companies made money throughout the pandemic. You think and so the other companies that didn't make so much money or whatever, they finna make theirs now with the war.
You know, I know a lot of people, especially people who know me, they kind of look at me like I'm conspiracy theorist or whatever. But you know, I'm just somebody that collects different information, and I develop my own opinion of, you know, a lot of the things I'm seeing. And what I come up with is that, you know, not to say that this shit is really fake with the war or whatever, because you know, I'm sure there's some shit going on, but it's it is a conspiracy. Like it's something that, you know, in the overall scheme of things, it's a benefit to them, and it could, you know, it will hinder a lot of the people. So they, you know, I see a lot of this as theater. I mean, honestly, I see a lot of it as theater. They get us riled up. They get us, you know, on their side to that what they're doing is a good thing. So they continue and they go further. They do this, they do that, and it's you know, it's just continually to build.
They pull on your heartstrings, but meanwhile, you're championing the bad guy. You know, the hoarder, the one who wants all the resources and all the power and shit. You know, the same corporations that's fucking over everybody is the ones that you're gonna be like, yeah, poor Raytheon. You know, poor Halliburton. They haven't been making much money. You know.
Yeah.
They're gonna make money now.
Yeah, I mean, all of their brother and sister, cousin companies that work together, they're you know, they come together. They're like, hey, you know what, my numbers are here. This thing, you know, hey, if we do this, we can run that same play we did back in 2012 or you know, like 1940. You know, what is it?
Yeah.
You know, let's run that play because this is the kind of outcome we got, and this is the kind of outcome we need now. But they run the play.
Exactly. Just like in football.
Yeah.
And that's what one of the guys I'll be watching, he says the sports are always a parody to war.
Oh yeah. Oh no, that's yeah. I mean, that's exactly. I mean, honestly, it really comes down to that's what the whole idea of the game is. It's a gladiator sport, and the better man wins to some extent. You know,
I don't know about that. The
well,
best,
I say, you know, I mean, when you're looking at the
one who cheats the best. They're saying they're burning something in Kyiv. Ukraine security service burned documents in Kyiv.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
What's she saying, Chuck? I know you know some.
Shit, I can't speak Ukrainian. What is she talking about? You know, I saw something where they said our sign service is the way they originally designed it was good, and now it has taken a weird turn and doesn't work the way it's supposed to. And that's why we be getting confused on the freeway sometimes, because they fucked it up. Let me see.
It's 3 exits and 1. If you miss it, good luck because you'll end up in Roswell. Don't understand.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me see this.
If you live in Atlanta, stop scrolling. But literally, why is this the most complicated exit ever? Like, it's 3 exits and 1. If you miss it, good luck because you'll end up in Roswell. Don't understand. If you live in Atlanta, stop scrolling. But literally, why is this the most complicated exit ever?
Yeah, that's not what I was talking about.
Is that Alabama?
I don't know where the fuck. Oh shit.
Oh shit. What the hell?
Damn, hit their own damn kid. Kids be running around. You gotta fucking. I hit a kid before on a bike. He wasn't
I
going
mean,
that fast.
sometimes you need to teach him a lesson. Hey, man, I told you to stay out the driveway like that.
Man, I was so hurt. It wasn't my kid. It was the neighbor. It was some neighbor's kid, little bitty kid too, on the bike. And his ass, I was like, this nigga is finna turn in front of me. This nigga is finna turn in front of me. This nigga is finna turn. And that nigga turned in front of me. I was only doing like 3 miles an hour. Like I was just waiting. I still hit him though.
Yeah. Well, hadn't really gotten that one off my bucket list yet, but
I don't feel good about it. I ain't gonna lie. They're pulling at our heartstrings. Look at this shit. They keep showing people crying.
Block Russia from SWIFT. I beg you, please save our people. Another dozen of people and maybe hundreds of people might be murdered tonight. Please save Ukrainian men, women, and children.
It sounds like, and then Afghanistan just ended. So this thing not gonna end overnight. We'll be over there forever. If we go over there. Another 20-year war.
Bro, no. Do you know who you? This is not freaking Afghanistan. You know, we're not talking about the same people, the same power. Like, bro, Russia can end it in like a couple days if he really wants to.
Yeah, but that's what it is though. It's been these proxy type wars been going on for a while. Like the big players are be quietly off to the side, and then you have these factions that are funded by them going at it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it has been. And I'm pretty sure that's how this one's gonna go. That's my prediction.
What's the amount of troops that total? Because I know it's not all Ukrainian troops on the ground, but like how many troops is on the side of Ukraine right now?
Yeah, see, I don't know those numbers. I know I was watching Bo, because Bo, like I say, that dude, I'm gonna be careful what I say, but he be knowing a lot. He's got to be connected within certain organizations. That's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, I was watching Bo and he was talking about it. He released a bunch of videos. This nigga here, bro, he released like, I don't know, he normally does like 2 videos or so. Maybe just 1. He released like 5 or some shit because so much stuff happened overnight. You know what I'm saying, in Ukraine. And he was wait, what was your question? I forgot because I forgot what I was about to say.
Which question?
You asked a question or something because I wanted to explain. It was the Ukraine, the proxies.
Oh yeah,
about
the amount of troops.
Okay, yeah. So I don't know what those numbers are, but Bo was talking about the situation, and he said that the Ukrainian troops just pulled back, and he said it's either that was the plan, or they just like got overwhelmed right away. But he said that he don't think that's what the idea. He think that the pullback was part of the plan, and that's to, you know, not expand resources. You know what I'm saying? Pull those resources back and fight like a different kind of guerrilla kind of like war. You know what I'm saying? Keep on antagonizing,
bro,
because that's what people don't understand. This is not Ukraine. Like they keep saying Russia invaded Ukraine, but that's not really true because these are regions of Ukraine that don't call themselves Ukraine. They have, you know, they're trying to get their independence from Ukraine. And Ukraine, like I say, a better way to understand it is how China is with Taiwan, even though that situation is totally different because Taiwan has a totally different history. But it's similar in the fact that Taiwan is like, bro, we do our own thing. China's like, nah. You China, bro. And
look, I'm letting you have your own bedroom for right now.
Yeah.
But you know, your brother's gonna be sleeping in there before you know it.
Yeah, if I decide to, you know, change up your room or whatever, that's my, you know, my prerogative. So that's what it is. So in Ukraine, you have these regions. It's like 2 or 3. I think it's like 3 different regions that have kind of split away from Ukraine, and that they have been fighting for. This has been going on for a while. They want they're independents. They don't want to be a part of Ukraine, and they don't want to be a part of Russia, really. But maybe some of them do want to be a part of Russia, and see. So that's the reason why. And Russia also, see, these big players, like I say, whenever there's internal factions, there's real on the ground problems, right? You got these people who want to be a part of Russia, or maybe they just don't want to be a part of Ukraine. They don't like the way things are. They want things to be different, whatever. Then you have the big boys like China or Russia, the United States, NATO, or whatever. What they'll do is they'll get in the middle of that shit by funding one side or the other. They'll give them guns, weapons, whatever the fuck, quietly, or training troops, all kinds of shit they'll give them.
That was the part that I was, I guess reminded myself of, is that they're trying to build their army at the same time they're in war.
Who?
Ukraine. Like, they're getting trained by, I know U.S. is training some. And
well, yeah, they're talking about that because they're saying they're expecting escalated war. So then, the Ukraine already have the military, and they already have, they're pretty big badasses over there, or otherwise people would be fucking them up. But they're just talking about that because the escalation. They're saying like this is like, okay, if they end up having to fight with Russia. So, but then that's crazy thoughts, anyways. How much are you going to be able to build up Ukraine's military so they can actually fight against Russia? So that's bullshit. So that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's beside the point. Like I say, that's what I mean is confusion. So you got the little factions, these little smaller groups that are fighting against Ukraine because they don't want to be a part of Ukraine no more. And then you got Russia who's like, okay, we're going to help these little troops or whatever. And then it's like, so just the other day, yesterday, Putin was like, you know what? We're going to recognize these regions as sovereign and they are not a part of Ukraine. And we're going to help them, you know what I'm saying, stand on their own, you know what I'm saying, and be their own countries. And so, but Ukraine's like, nah, we're not feeling that. We're going to fucking blow these niggas up. So Russia's like, okay, well, then we're going to fuck y'all capital city up or whatever to let y'all know, leave these people alone, let them do their thing. So really, honestly, there's a way that this could go where this kind of dies down after this particular escalation. If Ukraine is like, well, fuck it, we're going to let these niggas do their thing. We don't want problems with Russia or whoever the hell. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole thing will kind of die down as far as the tensions will still be there because of the, it's like a breakup. When you break up with your girlfriend or wife or whoever, like y'all got tensions, you know what I'm saying, for a while after that because there's emotional stuff involved. And then there's also going to be certain things that you're going to have to work out related to like if you're married, you got to deal with money now. Like, okay, who gets the house or who gets that bank account? And you got to deal with this shit under these kind of situations where you're already kind of like not feeling each other. It's like emotional. So that's what it is. It's like that. And so that's what it'll be. It'll be, because they got to work out the little differences, where the border is going to be, how's the trade's going to be, what, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So, but the thing what people have to understand, the reason why NATO is because NATO has influence in Ukraine. That doesn't mean that they're going to have influence in these regions right here. Most likely Russia's going to have a lot of influence in these regions because Russia was the one that put, had they back when it was, you know what I'm saying? So they're going to be Russia's little buddies. So that means that NATO can't come over there and put fucking bases or troops or whatever the hell in these little regions right here. It gives Russia more of a little buffer zone away from NATO. So that's the whole geopolitical, backbone of this whole thing. Do y'all follow me? I know I was all over the place, but that's
I get you.
That's it. If you can understand what the stuff I just said, you can better understand what's happening over there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking myself right now because I actually heard this question earlier today or yesterday. Are we even in this predicament if Trump was still in office?
And yeah, we contemplated that in the show. Was that yesterday? I think. Who's to say? Who's to say? The thing is, those that don't underestimate the power of the military-industrial complex. I think them are the biggest, baddest dogs on the fucking block, bro. And the money is so huge. The money is ridiculously huge. These are big boys. I think they're bigger than oil and gas, and they might even really just be the same people. The energy people and the military industrial complex people. If they're not the same people, they're like brothers and sisters or cousins or something. They fuck with each other. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I fucks with that nigga. Yeah, I fucks with him.
Yeah.
They definitely fucks with each other. Definitely. So what I'm saying is the military industrial complex, these are the big boys on the block, bro. You think the stock exchange, the fucking the banks and shit, like when you're talking about the World Bank and stuff, like, or whatever, like those, they're big or whatever, but these are political types of institutions.
Bro.
The military industrial complex, these are the big boys on the block making the big, huge amounts of money.
But you know, like, I don't know if I found the right way to really this is the okey doke. This is to cover up other things. Like they needed an excuse to say why the stock market is dropping, which is like been dropping for a while now, but they've been making it look like things were okay. Yeah, it's been still the ups and downs, the flows, different things that's been happening. But this is really, I think, some kind of way to cover up some of the, real reasons why the government is falling. They can blame it on, well, we've been doing it. We've been focusing on helping Ukraine and Russia. It's like, yeah. But I guess
it's really about the economy. It's really about the dollar. It's really about our not having no exports and not really producing anything here. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. It's about us not being the dominant force in the world. And maybe we weren't, but even before, but it's getting to the point where you can't keep saying that shit. You know what I'm saying? And China is blowing the United States out the water in all kinds of metrics.
Everywhere. Because, I mean, the first excuse, so, I mean, of course, we had the excuse of COVID, which, not to take anything from what it is what it is, but at the same time, I think that we're getting bamboozled again as we speak.
Yeah, it makes me angry, bro, because that people can't see this. We roll right out of COVID, right into this, because COVID is going away as far as they can't keep on. For the longest they kept on saying the cases. Remember, they were talking about the deaths, and then they went to cases because the numbers are so big. So there's there's 22 million new cases in Texas alone and all of this shit. And then so those numbers are keep everybody scared and shit. So all of that shit is dying way the fuck down. So they can't big that shit up no more to have us on threat level red no more. So now guess what? We can worry about nuclear war, nigga. You thought COVID scared the shit out of you. What about you remember Chernobyl? Remember Chernobyl?
No, but what happened there?
Look, it says, and I said it because I saw this. It says Ukraine says it has lost control of the Chernobyl nuclear site after a fierce battle with Russian troops. Chernobyl was the site of the world's worst nuclear disaster in 1986. You really should know the history about Chernobyl because I was talking about that too. I think Chernobyl is what brought the USSR down. That event was the domino that, the straw that broke the camel's back. The dominoes that set the dominoes, to fall that led to the fall of Russia. That's my theory, because I've done a good number of studying, and this stuff is really interesting, bro. They got a documentary I want to say on HBO, if it's still on HBO. And I think that the title of it is Chernobyl. It's like It's a number of episodes, and they really dissect the hindsight of everything. You know what I mean? It's cool how that's why I like history, because modern events are always controversial, right? Modern history is controversial. We can't even talk about that kind of stuff in class. But once things have been 50 years old, or however, I don't know what the number is, then we can actually step away from the politics of it and actually dissect the whole thing and talk about what happened. You know what I mean? And why it happened, and what the results of that shit was.
Yeah.
So Chernobyl, they have some really good shit about breaking it down, really about what happened and why and all of that shit. That now, like I say, those kind of events, if it would have been more closer to when Chernobyl happened, you don't really know what happened. All this information, the way it can be put together, only can come out like 50 plus years later. It's just the way it is.
Well, and I think the level of the information really matters. I think a lot of, like what you're saying, the 50 years, I think that's usually things that were some top secret stuff that,
right,
I guess protect those that may still be living or
right,
whatever,
but so that's why you can't get good analysis of the shit until it's been that long. So Chernobyl, there's a lot of shit out there. Chernobyl, man, I could talk about it forever. The nature has rebounded over there. It shows how people be fucking up the environment, because they shut down a huge amount of the Chernobyl area because your ass can fucking die if you walk over there with so much fucking radiation. You get radiation poisoning. So they had real ass blocks, and it kept people from a large amount of that area. And like that water, they have these big ass catfish that are in there. And anyways, the nature has rebounded in that area. They got fucking like caribou and I don't know, fucking bears and shit, wolves. They got whole ass fucking, it has become like a nature reserve.
Damn.
Y'all look that up. Chernobyl. I think they have a documentary on, if y'all curious about it, because it's super interesting stuff. Super interesting stuff. It tells you, because the United States, and what was happening in the world events, and that's what I be talking about, geopolitics all the time, because this thing happened. Chernobyl, it impacted the whole fucking world. This was a world event. Chernobyl was a world event. It still got problems too, because the way they dealt with it, I want to say it's still like on fire and shit underneath there or something. Like they fucking flooded it with water, then they put a bunch of sand in there, and now I want to say that shit is still fucking like burning down there after all this fucking time. They did not handle that shit properly. And then it was just human error, like niggas fucking up. Niggas with their ego is what led to the whole damn accident. And then fiscal responsibility, being cheap. So that's why people need to know about stuff like that, because they say history rhymes. So you want to know about how they dealt with it and the reasons, their motivations for all the shit that they did when dealing with the situation, to help you understand, and they was lying to the public the whole time, bro. And it talks about that in that documentary. So that you can't, when something major happens, your government is not going to tell you what the fuck the real is, bro. Every time you go back and look at history, you don't know what the fuck happened until way fucking later. Like just Iraq, look how long it took for the information to come out about them. Like I already was on that shit because of the stuff I be on, but for the public to know that they're like weapons of mass destruction was not true and all of that shit. It took a pretty good amount of time before that information came out, right? I'm putting you on to sleep.
I don't know if you actually did it.
Ukrainian.
But,
it says
I actually need to run downstairs real quick. What you about to play? You about to play a video?
Yeah, I can play a video. I have some stuff. Yeah.
All right, give me just a minute, maybe 2 minutes.
Oh shit. Bo talks about what. Let's talk about if it would have happened with Trump. Damn, I would love to play that video for y'all, but Bo gonna be on my ass, y'all. So y'all gonna have to go watch Bo the Fifth Column. I can't play his shit. That dude don't play the radio, clearly. I don't want them on my head. Let me see. I wanted people to understand this shit better. I don't know. They've been on my ass. I don't think I'm gonna play that. What the fuck happened? Every time I click back, that's when that happens. I lose my green screen and everything. Doc says, all I have to ask is, what is really going on while they are keeping our eyes on Russia? I know, exactly. It's the inflation shit. It's the fucking, you know what's really fucking happening? We have been prolonging a Great Depression, basically. You know, and then they could say that we've been in a depression already or whatever, but what they do is they print the money and bail out the banks, and these institutions are too big to fail. Well, you can only do that for so long. At some point, the bubble's gonna burst, and they know this. They know this. They just don't know when it's gonna happen. The bubble's gonna burst. We're gonna go into a Great Depression that is going to be as bad or as worse than what happened in like the 1920s, because of all this speculation, all of this money printing, all of this futures trading, all of this fake money that's floating around, like trillions of dollars. Like, we don't even have these assets that they're trading on the stock market. Like, the numbers are just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and they don't represent nothing. At some point, you're gonna have to pay the cow. You know what I'm saying? If everybody decide to take the damn money out of the damn banks, what do you think the stock market's gonna do? Crash. That's what it's gonna do. Let me try to get my fucking green screen back. I hate that shit. When I be pressing a bunch of buttons on the screen, my computer can't keep up with all that shit. I be doing a bunch of shit, and my computer can't keep up. That fucking sucks. Sucks. And then I got in trouble for playing those Joe Rogan clips last night, so I can't play that. Let me see. Maybe I'll just play some, the recent Democracy Now!, and then I'll play a little bit of that while I get my shit together. That'll do it. Doc says 46 got his ass handed to him by a terrorist faction that is barely out of the Middle Ages. No country with any real power has any respect for him or the U.S. by default. I can't really argue with that, but I would say our system, our political system that we have, is, we was talking about how you go back and forth, and we could talk bad about Putin. all you want and hit the way the system that they political system is over there. But Putin's been running the show for a while, and Russia is pretty solid, bro. And they going in the same direction for a while. Like they get to finish their projects that they start and shit. Over here in the States, we keep flopping back and forth from the Republicans to the Democrats. We keep blaming one president from the next to the next to the next to the last president. Oh, he ain't got time to do anything. And beady. Meanwhile, we're not fucking doing shit. We're not moving forward. We're not building trains. We should have better infrastructure around trains, around the freeways, around, you know, hospitals, schools, so many long ass lists that we haven't been doing. And a lot of that I think is related to the flop back and forth, flop back and forth. And they can keep on blaming the other guy. Oh, it was the last guy. His fault. You know, I got to undo all his shit before I can even start doing my shit over here. But meanwhile, our fucking government is inept at taking care of the people. He says Putin is doing exactly what Stalin did after World War II, consolidating the Soviet states. He's just killing less people so far. Yeah, I think that there's some truth to that because, like, the history of Russia, they still feel like Ukraine is Russia. They lost a whole lot of territory. They're kind of pissed about what happened after World War II, and they were the ones who actually won the damn war. And then NATO, the Cold War, and then putting bases all on the coastline of fucking Russia, you'd be mad too. I don't blame him for this shit. And really, he's the thing, like I say, the little groups that have been separating themselves from Ukraine, that's the ones that he's helping. You know what I'm saying? So good guys, bad guys, whatever. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what actually is happening. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the day, why do we even give a fuck? Because really, if you ask most United States citizens, do you give a fuck what's happening in Ukraine?
If they answer honestly, because a lot of them are picking up all of these different things that they seeing on the news and like, oh, I can't believe that this is really.
But if they were true, if they were really true and honest, they're not trying to be politically correct, I would say 85% of them are going to say, fuck what's happening in Ukraine.
Yeah. We got too much shit going on right here in our own backyard to be worried about what's happening 10,000 miles from here.
It's insane, man.
At least to this extent.
I want to try to Doc made a few comments. If you want to respond to his comments while I try to get my screen going, but I'm gonna read them again because I don't think you saw them. I'm gonna read all his comments again right quick, and I want you to comment his comments, and I'm gonna try to fix my screen.
Cool.
It's like 4 of them. He says, all I have to ask is what is really going on while they are keeping our eyes on Russia. He says 46 got his ass handed to him by a terrorist faction that is barely out of the Middle Ages. No country with any real power has any respect for him or the U.S. by default. He says Putin is doing exactly what Stalin did after World War II, consolidating the Soviet states. He's just killing less people so far. He's funding the separatists, so he has a pretext to claim territory further into Ukraine than the agreed upon borders. And another comment I wanted to make right quick is I just saw a video by Bo, who the title of this video is "What would have happened if Trump was in office?"
See, that was yeah.
So I would love to play that video, but I'm not gonna play it. But I say go check it out when you have time. All right, I'm gonna try to fix this fucking screen.
Okay, I don't know. Am I just here by myself? I'm not sure if everybody else can hear or not, but now I can only speak from my opinion. No facts on this, but I really think that they're really trying to prepare or give the people a reason to support all of the changes that's going to be happening financially. Because I mean I'm hearing different things about banks collapsing, which to me is almost insane. And there's got to be a deeper reason for that, because it's we're dealing with fiat, fiat money that we can print more if we need more. But I do think that they're actually trying to usher in this new crypto, and if our country financial system collapses, then that's going to be the big solution. I do think that they're trying to pull for a bunch of resources, because whatever deals that were made, or the inability for them to make good deals, trade deals, has us actually in the position that we're in. The fuel prices, food, whatever it is, that we trade with different countries. We've screwed up so bad with so many people that nobody really wants to deal with us, and they're pretty much letting us know how they feel about us. When it comes to the dollar, what I'm saying? We've been the number one slot. There's actually a couple of people that's been doing pretty well themselves that isn't totally capitalist countries. They're doing business just like anybody has to do, but their main premise, like, they call them communist or socialist countries, but these are countries that actually take care of their people. They get support from their people, blah blah blah. But I think when we look at the European nations, when we look at the collective at NATO, this whole idea that they can come together when anything is going bad, and we have somebody who's been trying to, from what I understand, somewhat bully their way, or I get that both of them, both these two countries have an issue with each other, but it should be just, in my opinion, it should just be between them. But one is much weaker. They don't have as much support, whether it's physical support or financial support, and they're using these us and these other countries to go in and fight for them. But
and it's really simple.
Really
if China was, like, let's say there was parts of Mexico that was breaking apart from Mexico, and this is kind of the flip of it, but it still works. Parts of Mexico breaking away, and China comes in and be like, we're gonna help y'all with this, okay? And we also want to put bases over here. And how do you think the United States will react to that?
Adverse. There's no other way to react to that, because it's like, wait a minute, all right, you know what, me and you had an issue. Yeah, we were just, like, honestly, like, they were all together, less than, like, let's just say 30 years ago. They were one. But now, for whatever reasons, and with the help of some of these other European nations, they have a somewhat of a stake, or they can maybe try to exercise some power, because now they got some backup. Your little friend, the little short guy that's tough and wants to talk shit to everybody,
Chihuahua.
and he talks so big and bad because he got his homies in the back that's not gonna let him get his ass totally beat the fuck up.
Right. No matter if he's wrong or right in the situation, it don't matter.
Yeah.
And Doc says NATO putting missiles in Ukraine is like the Cuban Missile Crisis. No one wants nukes, missiles 15 minutes from their major cities.
Mm-mm.
He says China already has a military presence in Venezuela to protect their financial interests. But Venezuela is a pretty good distance from the United States.
Yeah.
You could put some, but see what Bo was saying is we can't get caught up in the old, because war is totally different. And then it's like putting a sub off the coast. That's easy as hell to do. They can launch nukes from subs, and they can get them hoes pretty damn close to where pretty much wherever the hell.
Almost precise, practically. I mean, it's GPS on it. You know, you might be off by 10 feet, 20 feet. You know what I'm saying? But
And they can get right up in your face and launch those, you know, and then they're going to be hitting their targets in a very short amount of time. So whatever weapons you have to defend against that, I don't know, you're going to have problems, you know. So
it's inevitable. And I mean, honestly, from my point of view, I mean, the war hasn't changed. I mean, we've been going through this war, you know, this same type of war for the last 100 years, which is more psychological than anything, because you know where we put our energy, that's where a lot of you know things happen in that direction. So you know, if we're talking about war, this and that, blah blah blah, regardless of their real reason for invading, we've given our stamp that okay, yeah, we need to help these Ukrainians. Well, at the same time that we're allowing that to happen, like we're still being bombarded by, you know, bullshit laws and you know
and it's so irritating to me, because just before that we're like, oh, we need to look out for the Afghanistan people.
It's not me. You know, I hate to see anybody, you know, suffer or whatever, but you know, I've seen people suffer for much longer times than any of these groups that we're talking about.
I see people suffering right in my neighborhood. I see people suffering right in my apartment complex.
Yeah. But those people aren't quite as important. You know what? Hey, look, you know what? Hey, guys, I'm about to take this jet. I'll be back in a little bit to go take care of some people on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
Look, y'all hold those questions you got for me, because I'll be back.
Yeah, we got to cry for the Ukraine people.
After this commercial break, you know.
You know, after we take care of them, then we'll come back and see what we can do for y'all. You know, this takes priority. It's the Putin, it's the Kremlin. You know, he's trying to take over this whole country and invade their borders and stuff. We really got to deal with this.
Well, and then to answer the question, I think it was kind of somewhat the last question that Doc asked. Look, if Trump was in office, we wouldn't be a part of NATO. We'd have been like, you know what, you know, y'all are on your own because y'all got this tribal war going on. You know, y'all need to just handle it. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. But I'm gonna be watching it from the White. I'm gonna be watching it from home. All my people that you asking for help from, we're gonna be at home. We're gonna be somewhere where we actually can benefit.
And spending that money at home, helping our people with their problems. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to help you, like, we can't save the fucking world, bruh. The United States can't save the fucking world, y'all. Get off your fucking high horse. Get that shit out of your head. We're not the fucking policemen of the world. We can't save everybody. Oh my God, Afghanistan. Oh my God, Ukraine. Oh my God, Iraq. Oh my God, Syria. Oh my God, we got to help these people. The North Korea. Oh my God, we got to help these people.
Yeah, and that cycle is gonna go on for a while, because it's like that's how they get to us. That's how naive we've gotten as a people, to where it's like somebody like, what's her problem? What's she crying for? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, I mean, shit, we don't need to hear all of that. You can go cry somewhere else, because you know, we got bigger fish to fry.
And I'm not trying to be insensitive. I really don't want the audience to think that I'm insensitive to these people suffering in Afghanistan.
I'm really not
Syria.
either. I mean, you know, I am, you know, speaking what's non-correct or non-politically correct,
You
but
know, yeah, but it's just
it's the
but
truth is the truth. That's
the
one of
truth
the
is the
things I
truth. It's
that's
just a
a that's
reality because the people in Syria, how much are they worried about like the black people or people being oppressed over here in the United States? I mean, no offense to y'all or whatever. You know, my heart goes out to y'all, but what I'm saying is people in Syria are gonna be like, okay, we're gonna go fight a war because the United States been fucking over blacks and Mexicans people and lynching them and doing all the police been killing them and shit. We really need to do something about this. Let's go over there and try to do something about this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I understand the United States is a big bad wolf when it comes to like the military, but still, at the same time, I don't see that. So what the fuck? Why is the United States, why do the citizens here feel like they gotta fucking try to help everybody else in the fucking world? Meanwhile, we got the biggest homeless population. We got the biggest fucking prison population. We got people dying of opiate overdoses all the time. We got like the highest suicide rates in the world. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Our infrastructure is crumbling. You know what I'm saying? Other countries have trains. They can move from one state, from one part of the country to the other one in minutes. We stuck in fucking traffic for hours to get around to one city. What the fuck?
Man, you just made me tired. I feel like I just went through that whole spiel, which I mean, it's. I wish people would pay more attention, man. Like a lot of these things would be able to get this far if others could really, others of us could see some of this stuff differently. Because as far when it comes to that, the color stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? He wants the data forms and the pipeline we just paid for. Putin won't stop until he has those. See, yeah, he made some demands early on that would change the direction of all of this.
I don't think we pay for that pipeline, Doc. I really don't. I think that's his pipeline, bro. They have put sanctions on that shit. Europe has been buying fucking oil and gas from Russia for a long ass time, bro. This is not no overnight thing. Europe, huge parts of Europe get like 80% of they fucking energy from Russia, bro. And it's been that way for a long ass time. He built a pipeline, and I want to say they just finished that hole, and to make it more efficient to get that shit to Europe. You know what I'm saying? That's one of his biggest markets. So the sanctions are like shut down the pipeline, but that's to hurt Putin. So, you know, they're like the strictest sanctions ever, and that's the kind of shit. So shut down his pipeline. He can't, or even try to confiscate it or some shit or whatever. But I know I was reading about them shutting it down or some shit like that. So that's to hurt them economically or whatever, because that's what sanctions do, is economic, you know, pressure on a country to try to hurt them as a result of their actions. So that's what they're doing as a result of Ukraine. So yes, he does want that fucking pipeline to be able to go. You know what I'm saying? And that's some bullshit that they are even doing that shit. He said weapons of mass destruction. Fucking this is what it's all about. The pipelines, the military industrial complex. This is all really economics. The dollar failing, the stock market, cryptocurrency, NFTs, all this shit. This is really what this is about. Tech, Facebook, Google, the Wi-Fi networks, the ones, because China has built the infrastructure for the real. They telling us that we have, what is it called, G5 or whatever, but we don't really have G5. Our G5 is not a real G5. Them niggas got G5 over there because they spent the time building this infrastructure. They've been building it for like 20, 30, 40 years or some shit. So, and we can't really even compete with that shit. So they done blowed us out in the tech world because they spend the time building the infrastructure on the shit. These are the reasons. These are the reasons why we got problems with China. It's the reasons why we got problems with Russia. The reason why we fuck with places like Venezuela and shit is because we still on that Cold War shit against communism and capitalism, basically just wanting private institutions to be able to come in and extract resources and leave the people with shit. That's one of the ways to protect the people, is this kind of communist type of way of looking at the resources, keep it from private companies from coming and just taking it.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of restaurant jobs out there.
Yeah. Shit, they trying to kill the restaurant industry. Only the big boys are hanging on. The chain restaurants.
For the most part, I mean, some of the mom and pop, if you want to call it that, a lot of them still multi-million-dollar companies, but some of the smaller, they're not gonna go anywhere. But I think they want to feed everybody fast food. I know that's what I'm noticing as a truck driver on the road. Like, they used to have restaurants you can go in and get you some, some good, what would be some good food, and those restaurants are getting closed down, shut down, and just kind of replaced with just a bunch of junk.
Because they want you to get back to work faster. Just go through the drive-through. It's kind of like part of the infrastructure that we've built here in the United States. You know what I mean? The way the roads are built, the way the freeways are built, they lead you right into fucking McDonald's or Whataburger or whatever. Sometimes you don't even have to be controlling the car. The car you just look up, you in the damn Whataburger line. Like, how did I get here? the road drove you right into the Whataburger line.
Shit. Yep, we do a lot of stuff unconsciously,
and that's the infrastructure that we have, because they want you to get back to work. That's really what it is. Because fast food is supposed to be, okay, I'm in a hurry, I got to do something, I got to go do this, I got to go do that. So it's not really that important. Let me just put something in my gullet and go get back to work, because that's the culture that we have here in the United States. So work. Get back on the treadmill. Make more money. You're a bum. Get your lazy bum up. Go make some more money. Work. Don't worry about eating. Just eat whatever the fuck you can eat as you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's the culture. And fucking, I pretty much have been stopped eating the fast food. And I noticed that, like, it's a really huge part of a lot of people's lives. You know what I mean? And think about how much time you spend in the damn drive-through lines. You know what I'm saying? How much of your life was spent waiting for your fucking food in the drive-through line? Now, it's different in a restaurant because, you're sitting, the environment is different. Maybe you're with friends, maybe you're with family, you're having conversation, y'all are relaxed. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a family ritual or whatever. Even if you're by yourself, it's still the same. Because you get to meditate or whatever, play with your phone or whatever the hell it is, it's relaxing. That's one of the things we don't spend enough time doing, slowing down and smelling the flowers. You know what I mean? Taking your time and enjoying your food, let it settle, let your food digest in your damn stomach before you go to running around again. Doc says, I have noticed the interstate diners disappearing. And even the new big truck stops now have fast food inside. Yep. Mickey D's, fried chicken instead of a diner. Yep. I remember back in the days where you could get some good food at those truck stops. Some, homemade type food. Some old lady probably cooked that shit. She works in the gas station and she cooks all the time. Yeah. But now it's all about the big chains, because the monopolies, so the big chains got to get in on it. They got to make that money. They don't want that old lady to be serving you food because they can't make no money off of that shit. No, we want Chick-fil-A in there. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's, whatever. It sucks, bro. And a lot of that food is straight up trash, like all the way garbage. Shit that we probably shouldn't even be consuming. Why we got to be in a hurry? Why we got to be in a rush all the time? Why we got to be in a rush to eat all the time? Why can't we take our time and think about what we want to eat a little bit ahead of time and prepare because you can have exactly what you want if you think about it and plan for it, and get to eat exactly what you want to eat, exactly how you want to eat it. You know what I mean? And at the amount that you want to eat. And we was talking about earlier how people just want to look rich, and I think that's a big part of it too, the idea related to the fast food. I got the money to do it. I could just do it. I'll just go through fast food. I'll just go through Starbucks. I'll go get me some coffee from Starbucks. Starbucks coffee like $8 and shit. And you can make a whole damn pot of coffee at your house and make that damn coffee exactly how you want to make it. And it costs you some cents, a couple pennies. So,
Yeah.
but you want that Starbucks cup. You want the cup when you go to work. You go to work, you show up at work with Starbucks cup, and it's kind of like a little badge of honor. Like, yeah, I got Starbucks this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you. You know what I mean? Oh, you can't afford Starbucks, huh? Yeah, you on a budget. Shit, and that's what that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, the fast food and the idea of trying to look rich, buying the Gucci bag, the Gucci belt, the Louis Vuitton belt. That shit don't impress me, and it actually makes you look poor to me. Like, it shows me your mentality, because you got that Gucci belt and you wear that hoe every day trying to look rich, or trying to look like you got money because you spent a bunch of money on that belt. That was a dumbass investment, bro. It's ugly too. And it's an ugly belt. Doc says, also 90% of people under 30 have the palate of a freaking 9-year-old. I've noticed that too as a restaurant. I wait tables and I see what people order a lot. And I be thinking about this sometimes too. And I think this is something that has kind of changed, because related to the parents that was raising their kids certain ways and kind of letting them eat whatever they want to eat, kind of, and they just ate chicken nuggets or whatever they whole damn fucking childhood. And so when they grow up, guess what they order? Fucking chicken strips. You know what I'm saying? They didn't graduate to chicken strips now, And I noticed that too. A lot of adults, they order like cheese fries. Like, this is not really food, bruh. It's French fries with cheese and bacon on it with a big ass bowl of ranch. And you're an adult. Like, I understand a kid ordering that or whatever, but enjoying that every now and then or whatever. But what I'm saying is, it's really common for adults to order food that's like no nutritional value with it at all. Like, they didn't order no vegetable. At the restaurant I work at, Steakhouse, so you can order the steak comes with sides, so you can order, or you can just order fucking cheese fries as your sides and shit like that. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. There's something to what Doc just said. I think people, they eat like children. They're not thinking about their nutritional value of the food that they're eating, or how it's going to treat their body, how their stomach's going to feel later, how their poop's going to come out. I'll be thinking about all that shit. Doc says the broccoli there is awesome. I do. I like the way they do the vegetables there. They do a good job with the vegetables there. Let me see what this is. I'm just curious here.
It's on the popular imagination. Millions of people dead.
Why is it that nobody's talking about it? This is the same international community that said, when there was a Holocaust, that no more genocide would take place.
Though they discovered lots of gold deposits, diamonds, copper, cobalt, and many other minerals.
So, since people used to live in those areas, have we ever asked who was living where the mine was before? Did the mine just show up? No, there were villages where those mines were.
Millions of Congolese people have lost their life as a result of the crises that we've been discussing. And it has warranted almost no sustained and enterprising reporting from the media of the world. It has obtained no great purchase on the popular imagination. Millions of people dead.
Why is it that nobody's talking about it? This is the same international community that said,
This is what I be talking about. Generating consent, manufacturing consent. They tell us who to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So we're worried about the people over there in Ukraine. Oh my God, Ukraine. Other parts of the world, people going through shit, worse genocides. But, you know, the media don't cover that. They don't make you feel that like you don't even know what's going on. I don't know. I think they're talking about this pretty much in present day too. Let me see. The Congo is allegedly the richest country in the world and also the poorest. Let that sink in. Crazy. All everyone can talk about is Ukraine and Russia. Sad, sad times for Africa and the world. Save our planet, save our children. So, exactly. Millions and millions of innocent people, yet no one talks about it because we bleed black blood. So excuse me if I'm a little unbothered about what's going on in Ukraine. It says, I've become a little desensitized about conflicts in other parts of the world because I'm just like, don't we matter? It's since 1977 that we're dying. Everyone is profiting and just keep quiet. It's so revolting. Watch everyone put up Ukraine flags on their Facebook. Yep. Crisis in the Congo is the name of the documentary. Until the West world can acknowledge their own evils, it will not ever care about Western war affairs as long as they don't directly affect me. I ain't gonna lie. The more I read these comments, the more I kind of get upset. I ain't gonna lie, because people should be angry. It says
across the board.
Congo feeds the world. The source. Africa is the richest land in the world. I'm just reading comments, y'all. Fuck, I can't scroll. Is that it? Can't believe that's it. Let's put these replies. Probably gonna be arguing.
Who's that?
These people in the replies. Yeah. Anyways, fucking yeah. So genocide in Congo, meh. Things going on in Ukraine. Oh my God, we need to get involved and help these people.
And then when it's people that need help from through coming from our borders, southern border.
Look at this this meme right here. It says, y'all thought y'all was getting 2,000 STEMI checks and canceled student loan debt, but got World War III and crack pipes. Funny, but not funny.
Sounds like the kind of, work relationship you want.
Oh my God, bro. Like, you cannot predict the future, bro. Like, you cannot, like, what's coming around the corner? Hey, what's coming around the corner, y'all? Can y'all predict what the second half of this year is going to be like? Somebody go, shoot. Tell me what the second half of this year is going to be like. They've had us on a roller coaster ride since the beginning of Corona.
Mm-hmm.
And the ride is not over. You ever been on a ride and you're like, this ride is too long. I can't wait till it's over. My favorite rides are short. They're over quickly. And I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's over. I did it. The rides that keep on going, I'd be like, can we please? Because you can't get off the ride. You know what I'm saying? It's too late now. You can't get off the ride. So you just got to wait till that hoe is over. Because sometimes, maybe you made a bad decision. Like, I don't know that I should have rode this ride. This ride ain't for me. You ever felt like that?
Don't want no parts of it.
You know what I'm saying? You ever did that? You know, you go to the carnival or whatever. I love to go to the rodeo carnival. It's about that time of the year too, huh? It's probably going on right now. I love to go to the rodeo carnival. That's like the best carnival, and it's better than the other places that you go to ride rides, I think, or whatever. I don't know. It's just how I feel. Different places to go. Well, you can go to San Antonio and ride rides at whatever that big park. I can't think of it right now. They got SeaWorld and something else right there. It's got a bunch of rides. But anyways, you ever got on a ride that you was like, man, I wish I hadn't done this. I rode a ride, I think it was at SeaWorld, and it was like, what was the name of it? But anyways, it was the tallest roller coaster that they have there, the one that goes the highest. And like you're standing in line, you know, and then, you know, you're on like those scaffold stairs and shit. So you're in line and you're creeping up the scaffold stairs and stuff. But you don't realize really how far you went up already because you was in line. And then, you know, you get on the ride. And then once you get on the ride, it starts taking you up, right? Because the first loop or whatever, because that's the biggest loop to give the roller coaster that momentum, right? So you feel it clicking, it clicks up, it keeps going, it's like click, 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 and every time it clicks, it's going up a little bit, click, click, click. It keeps on clicking, and people start looking smaller and shit. You can see the whole ass park and shit. You're like, and it keeps on clicking, click, click, click. People are getting smaller. I can see even more of the park. I can see the parking lot. I can see my fucking car. Click, 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 click. This shit, like, I was like, oh my God, bro. I did not know this fucking thing was gonna go this fucking high up in the air, bro. I'm telling you, bro. And I was like, oh my God. I got a picture of that day because I took a picture of that. I had it somewhere. One day I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. Because we pay for the look when you come down the first loop, and it happens so fast. Whoop, and they take a picture of you, and then you could pay for that picture. So we paid for it because it was that shit had my ass. I was like, I thought I was gonna die. I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was it. I was like, this is it. This is it. This was a bad decision, and this is how I'm gonna go out.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyways, we're at 2 hours. I don't want to go too long. I'm pretty awake right now, though. I haven't been very, very productive, man, lately. I don't know. They drain our energy, bro, with this shit. And I think that's a big part of the whole thing. So even maybe we doing the show, I'm just contributing to the energy drain that they're doing. Like I'm becoming a tentacle for them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do? I want to cover current events on the show, but I want to keep people, informed and educated, but I don't want to be draining their energy. And that's the reason why I don't ever show clips of when like they kill black people or really kill anybody, like the cops kill people or any kind of like shit like that. I'm not gonna show stuff like that because I don't watch that shit. I always click past that shit. I'll read the story, but I don't need to see the images. I can imagine. You know what I mean? Like, what was the last one? Andrew Locke? Was his name Locke? The guy that they killed, the no-knock warrant one. Anyways, there's so many names. Yeah, there's no need to see the image. They be playing that shit over and over. That shit is horror porn. and people get off on that shit. They shouldn't be able to show that shit on TV. They blot out people's face sometimes, but some people's they show the whole fucking thing. The person's last moment being alive should not be something broadcasted across the world for everybody to see. Congresswoman Cori Bush. Additionally, I call on Biden administration to immediately seize assets in the United States belonging to Putin and the Russian oligarchy. That's interesting because, for one, I mean, I thought I liked Cori Bush, but this comment really, really makes me think about her again. But one thing, though, is interesting, though, is Venezuela. They did that to Venezuela. You know, all of those gas stations, the Valeros and shit, like those were owned by Venezuela. So part of the like sanctions and shit they did, they seized all the assets of Venezuela that was in the United States. Like this is some against the law ass, whole ass, bitch ass, like terribly horrible ass shit that the United States did. They fucking took all those gas stations. They took and they seized all the money that was in the banks that were in United States banks. So for her to make that like, okay, do that to Russia, that's kind of interesting that she made that comment. But it also like this shows how the you know the politics are all emotional, right? Because we were just talking about how the whole Ukraine thing is to get people emotional. We had a whole bunch of shit going on here in the United States. And it seems like Cori Bush, being a progressive, she seems like she would be the one saying, hey, can we take care of ourselves here in the United States over, you know, so we're going to seize the assets of Putin. Why don't we seize the assets of the people who owe reparations to Native Americans and Black people? Cori Bush. That won't get you reelected, huh? That might even get you fired and blackballed and fucking canceled, right? I got this little old channel. I don't really have a platform so I can say it. But Cori Bush, if you got balls, say that. Talking about seizing Russia assets. Nigga, is you crazy? And that's what people don't understand. The economy is global, bruh. All this shit is all mixed up, bruh. Like we was talking about the bridges being owned by China and shit like that. Like, what if China just be like Amir Locke? Yeah, that's the name. What if China just be like, you know what? Y'all can't drive on my bridges no more. I'm closing all the bridges that I own in the United States because of that whole ass shit y'all be on. I'm behind in the comments. Let me read. Doc says, and China has a huge hand in African mining right now. Africa holds 100% of 2 of the 43 metals that are needed for advanced tech, clean energy, battery, cell phones. Yep. We need to educate the world. We need to scream that. We need to put that shit on a billboard. Not to the carnival, but that describes a few of the bar girls I've taken home. It was a ride you didn't mean to take. He was like, I didn't mean to go on this ride. Damn.
For real. I've definitely been there.
This is not what I signed up for.
No. Not at all.
This is not what I was expecting. Like, this is going in a weird direction. Like, hey, bro, end up doing drugs and shit you never did before and shit. Like, damn, man. Wake up the next day, like, what the fuck did we do? That's what Eminem said. Girl, what the fuck we do? Doc says the sanctions and seizures were in retaliation for the Venezuelan government seizing private corporate assets in their country's borders. I don't know about that part of that story because I didn't hear that part, but that could be true. I haven't heard that part, but I know overall, the United States are bullying the shit out of Venezuela. That's the reason why. And we were talking about, oh, Venezuela don't have nothing on their shelves. They don't have nothing on their shelves because the United States, NATO, has a blockade in the sea and won't let nobody fucking give them shit. They can't receive no fucking shipments. Just like Cuba. That's why Cuba is sitting there with old ass cars. But y'all don't.
Y'all don't what?
Y'all don't pay attention to those kind of details of the situation. Cuba's bad. Venezuela, bad. You know what I mean? Russia, Putin, the Kremlin, bad. Syria, Assad, bad. Iran, bad. Afghanistan, bad. Bad with the Taliban. Good if not Taliban. You know what I'm saying? It just keeps on going, bro. Germany, bad. Well, bad back in the days, but good now. So pretty okay, but bad history. You know what I mean? Other countries. Did I mention Iran? Fucking Iraq and fucking basically what I'm trying to say is they tell you who's good and who's bad. Like Saudi Arabia, good. Saudi Arabia, good. Yeah, but even though they're just like the Taliban or way fucking worse, and the way they treat women and all of this shit and fucking cut people's heads off, they they do genocides and all kinds of fucked up shit, but Saudi Arabia, good. You know, South Africa under apartheid, good. Oh, later on, no, bad. But South Africa's still good though. You know what I mean? I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. You know, North Korea, bad. Philippines, bad. No, Philippines good now. Philippines good now. Vietnam, bad. Vietnam, good now. He said Cuba did the same thing, took over the manufacturing plants and oil rigs owned by American countries. Saudi Arabia owns half the oil and half the gold in the world. Of course we play nice. Fucking no. Fuck that. No. The reason why we're good with Saudi Arabia is, you know, we do, and we sell them weapons and shit too. So, but we, you know, it's not about, what I'm trying to say is, it's not about how they actually do in their country. It's more about if they, like, one part of it is the capitalism, right? Private capital. Saudi Arabia is basically owned by like one fucking family, like the whole damn fucking country. So, but that's that feudalism, kings and queens, you know, lords and serfs type of system of governance that they like. You know what I'm saying? The community type of governments like Cuba or Venezuela, they don't like. So they don't want examples of doing it in a different way that looks successful to everyone. So they always try to sabotage these places to make it true after the fact, so that you don't have examples in the world, even though there are many, and they belittle those. But the ones that's closest to the United States, that's what they don't. We can't have a good example of doing, like what you would say, socialism or whatever, right off the border of us, because that's going to influence our people, and then they're going to want to do that, and they're going to want to be fair with everybody and share and shit. No, they're supposed to be greedy. They're supposed to hoard resources. They're supposed to be like, they want to get on the Forbes list and be the top 10. That's supposed to be their goal. They're supposed to get airplanes and jets, and they're supposed to be at every Super Bowl, every major event that happens, the Olympics. They're supposed to, you know, be famous and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Better than everybody else. Rich and famous. That's what you're supposed to do. Make more money. Hoard more resources. That's what you're supposed to do. If you want to share with your community, fuck that. We'll blow up your whole goddamn community and make all y'all go back to the way. Because now y'all got to rely on us. So y'all got to ask us for shit. If you want to ask us for shit, then don't look out for your neighbor. Go to work. Keep your head down and look out for your family only. Doc says it's all about the money, and the banks that do not cooperate with the law enforcement agency in the world. All about money. I would agree with you on that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to say. I had some videos, but I don't want to put y'all to sleep. What's up, Curtis?
What up, bro?
I'm trying not to bore everybody to sleep.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that first time. I had some sound issues.
Yeah. Did you hear any of the stuff we was talking about? You had any comments?
Yeah, I've been listening for the last couple of minutes. Well, the last probably about an hour now.
Yeah, you got any comments about any of the stuff that we mentioned?
I was okay. So I was talking to my neighbor. I did catch the part where you were saying about the traffic and like where us as a country, like where our focus is on, and how they got trains that they can get around the city within minutes, and we still here dealing with hours of damn traffic, bro. It's like, yeah. Well, for Houston, they tried it with a little bus of light rail, or man, we ain't nowhere near as close to where they are.
And they don't show that in our media. These people can get from one side of their country to the other one in minutes. These are badass trains, bro. The huge distances that's covered in a real short amount of time. And we fucking in traffic trying to get outside the loop, outside the 610 loop.
Yeah.
For hours. Like, it's dumb. It's stupid.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. And that's why I was talking about in the other show about the flying cars and whatnot. Like, I feel like, humanity is kind of in arrested development right now. Like, we're fighting against ourselves. We don't want to. We want to go back to the past for some reason, and we're holding up. We're holding up progress. We don't want to, change. Like, change. This is my way of life. It's kind of like when slavery was ended. It was like, oh, you're trying to take away my way of life. No. Societies grow and progress and change. Mm-hmm. And that's just it. And I was talking about Star Trek, and those people don't have to worry about money. They don't have to worry about jobs as far as like the way our economies are and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's where we're going. We're headed to like Star Trek. We're headed to a world that's going to be like that. And hopefully, hopefully, because we totally can. We could totally go more into hell, more into a dystopian. Because there's always choice. So, but if we just follow the natural evolution, we would end up that kind of like socialist, egalitarian type of society where everyone is taken care of.
One of the best. I don't hear too many people say this. Actually, this was the only person, and this is not a good dude. Well, he's a good dude, but he's got caught up in some legal shit. What he said was, man, you either lead, you follow, or you get the fuck out the way. Like, those are your three damn options. Like, if people would follow those damn rules, like for real, lead, follow, or get the fuck out the way, we wouldn't have any goddamn problems. So I can't say as the masses, you're supposed to know what's right and wrong, because fucking common sense ain't fucking common. And then I don't even believe that you actually believe that some of the shit that they're doing is right. So, but my point is, like, when you think about utopias and shit like that, bro, it takes a lot of goddamn cognitive thinking and a lot of fucking togetherness. We ain't got that. We don't have that. No.
And all we got to do is imagine the idea that possibly, to live in a world without so much suffering. Why does it have to be so much suffering? And do we really care? Do we really love thy neighbor? Do we really care about our neighbor?
It's all good. The suffering is all good as long as it ain't me.
Doc says Star Trek is a post-scarcity society. As long as there is scarcity, the Ferengi rule. But we live in a post-scarcity society. The scarcity is an illusion. But what if your utopia is something I do not agree is a utopia? Well, I mean, that's an argument.
Good question.
But I would say the scarcity thing, it's economics. I'm sure you took some economics classes, Doc. And that's how you drive the value of a thing is making it seem scarce, making it seem more valuable than it is. That where you can drive up the price. What about the diamond industry? You know about
Pat Sleeper.
No, I'm not. I'm right here looking at you.
Listen, the diamond industry. Y'all know that diamonds are actually not rare. Y'all know diamonds.
Oh, they're not rare at all.
They're very, very common, actually.
Yeah, and it rains diamonds on one of these planets.
So explain it to me. Because I lack the knowledge of this. Explain
they keep on mining for the diamonds. These motherfuckers got vaults full of these fucking diamonds, bro. Because they control the supply of diamonds that's in the world to give this illusion of scarcity, to drive up the value of them, because they're really not valuable
at all.
So are you saying they're just as common as cubic zirconia?
Yes.
Might as well. I mean, you can make cubic zirconium. You can't really make diamonds, but they're very, very common. The earth has it's full of fucking diamonds. So but they have created this whole industry out of creating this illusion of scarcity to give this thing that is not uncommon, they're making it uncommon. They're making you think that it's not as much of it, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
And that is true in a lot of areas in our world. They have been doing this because this is the way we live. That's how the capitalists, it's all about resources and it's all about scarcity. So make the people believe that this particular resource is scarce, and they'll pay whatever the fuck you want to charge for it.
The two main things that they say that women love the most has the least amount of value, and that's diamonds and pearls.
Wait, Pat, say it one more time.
I said the two things that women, they love, and like men go try to find and buy for women. They cost a lot when you're trying to obtain them, but they have no value, which is diamonds and pearls.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is. I mean, I like stones.
Yeah, me too. Rubies and shit. I like just random rocks sometimes. If it's just a pretty rock, I'm picking that bitch up. I be asking people for rocks all the time, and people be like, "You want this?" I'll be like, "Yeah, I want that." Like, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I'm on the line of more like onyx and amethyst and
no.
I got to the point.
No pun intended, but I'm a metal guy myself.
Yeah. So, but
my rings are tungsten.
And I think it's better to have the metals, the ones that help you. Sometimes the ones that help you move your your circulation, your body circulation. The ones that help circulate your blood. That's good.
Copper. Talking about the copper magnet stuff, or like
I can't think of
some-
what I'm specifically what I'm saying, but the
yeah,
ones that
I'm not.
Doc says a clear jewelry grade diamond is considered an uncommon gemstone, which is actually fairly common. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And what got me on this whole thing was the comment Doc said Star Trek is a post-scarcity society, and as long as there's scarcity, the Ferengi rule. So, but my argument is that the scarcity is an illusion for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's a whole bunch of people and they be talking about overpopulation, what they say you could fit like everybody on the planet within Texas. I want to say they said.
Mm-hmm. And give them all two acres.
Hey, you know why I be staring off in the distance, bro? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I can't. The font. I'm getting old. The font is too small on my phone. I can't read it, and I don't have a camera on my laptop.
Yeah. So the scarcity is an illusion. The overpopulation of the planet is an illusion. You can fit everybody in Texas, they said. So we got a whole bunch of land, bro. It's like just driving through the countrysides, you see where it's like drive through Louisiana, drive through any fucking state, pretty much. You're gonna see areas, huge spans of area where there's no fucking people. Just fences, gates.
Oh yeah, all the time.
Trees, marshes. So us overpopulating the planet is not true. And then the water wars, because they're saying in the future we're going to have wars over water, and I think that's true. But the scarcity of water is not true. We live on a fucking ocean planet, bruh. Okay, yes, that is salt water, but we're fucking smart. Then we got all these streams and shit. So I don't see how we should ever have a water problem.
The dude from Texas, I don't remember if it was from like here in Austin or Dallas or something, created a machine that can pretty much take water out of the air and make it produce, like you can create water just from dragging stuff out.
Moisture. So there's a certain amount of evaporated water in the air, so that could really be possible.
Oh no! I mean, the dude has a machine. He had one that was really big, and then they learned how to make it like small and more efficient. And
Doc says, I'm not talking about artificial scarcity. Scarcity is more than having things available. It's about getting them to people or moving people to the resources, and that's true. I get what you're saying there, Doc, because. But we're talking about logistics or whatever. Like that's what Pat does. Like what I mean is that's not scarcity. That's an issue of figuring out a way to get it to the people. You know what I mean? Logistics. Like I say, that's a logistics issue. So get some really smart people to fucking figure that shit out.
Yeah, the movement. Yeah. I know the logistics of things, and but yeah, that
he was saying. Let me go back. He said, "I'm not talking about artificial scarcity. Scarcity is more than having things available. It's about getting it to the people or moving people to the resources, because that's usually the case, and that is 100% true." And then he says he is inventing it after seeing the evaporators they were using in Star Wars on Tatooine. So he's talking about that thing that you were talking about, Pat.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't know where he got it from. I just knew that.
That's so interesting. We was just talking about that in the other show, how science fiction influences science fact or whatever. Like people come up with the cell phones and shit off of watching like futuristic shit from Star Trek and shit like that. So I love that. I love that how it's the human imagination, bro. Some kid grew up watching Star Trek and was like, you know what? I want to try to make that into a real fucking thing, and worked on it their whole fucking life and fucking figured out a way to actually do the shit. And totally inspired by a fucking fake ass TV show.
I
Well,
love it.
I don't know how fake that. You can call it fake if you want, but
Well, I'm just saying, some science fiction. If somebody made it up out of their head, so it's like art reflects life, life reflects art, or whatever.
no, I get what you're saying, but I mean, you know, yeah, the way they set the movie, I mean, all of the storyline is based on real life that they set up in a faraway place that was not real. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it, but
I love Star Trek, and it was a reflection of society. So that's the reason why I liked it so much, because it was giving you insights on our present day society. That was the whole fucking point.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah, I love Star Trek. So, but what did you think about this comment right here? Because I think he was gonna make a comment about this, but then we moved on. But when Doc said scarcity is more than having things available, it's about getting it to the people or moving people to the resources. Because I was talking about the illusion of scarcity.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I think he's talking about something different. Because I mean, really, scarcity. Scarcity is when like you really like, regardless of moving somebody to it or not, if it's truly available, like you can't if it's not available, you can't move somebody to something that you can't get. So, and then they're given this illusion of scarcity of like, I mean, all those things, all those boats that's been sitting in the ocean, the Pacific, the Gulf, the damn Atlantic, for months on end, that they could have easily started saying, "Hey, just start bringing it into the ports." They're telling you that there's no people available to do it, but to me, that was a bunch of bullshit.
And we still have a lot of half empty shelves at HEB and shit. And what the fuck, bro? And then they like, oh, it's China. Y'all niggas is full of shit. Something stank. Something stinks.
My thing is like, okay, if China doesn't want you to have it, they wouldn't have sent it across the water for it to rot or whatever. Because I don't know, bro. I think a lot of people are starting to get some of those things. But did y'all hear that where Family Dollar had to shut down?
I saw
400
something.
stores.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where?
All across the
I
nation.
I know some in Alabama. Like I think the store that they showed it, because see, they had an infestation of rats, and the picture was of like this was in Alabama, where they had somebody trying to feed a rat a Pringle in the damn ad. Like, they're up here making friends with the rats. You know what I'm saying? But I believe a lot of that stuff has been sitting there a long time. Rats are very resourceful. Like, they can squeeze into the smallest fucking spaces. So I've seen some huge rats. It's just like they fast and then they move and jump into run to a certain. It's almost like they disappear into the wall. Like, I don't know, but yeah, that's what that part was about. But honestly, I mean, if there's true scarcity, you barely can find it anywhere. Like, or if you can find it at all, like, you really just.
And if the earth couldn't sustain the numbers of humans that we have on the earth, guess what? We wouldn't have these numbers on the earth. Does that make any sense? It's super fucking simple. It's super fucking simple. The earth is abundant.
Totally.
Yeah.
We just don't know how to share. We don't know how to act.
Well, it's not us.
Yeah, certain groups. They worried about, like, the rivers. Think about the rivers. Who owns the fucking rivers? So the rivers flow, like, let's think about just here in the United States. the Canada up north, and all of the glaciers and ice, and the mountains and shit. A lot of our rivers come from and coming down out of fucking the Great Lakes and shit like that. Coming down through the states, you got these rivers. So the state below the state, the river that went through this state before it went through the state below it. And so the state above it is like, you know what, man, we want more water for our citizens or whatever. So we're going to build this dam right here, and we're going to fucking, so our people can have more water, whatever. So, but then now the state below that state now only gets like a trickle coming from the river that they used to get a constant flow all the time. So you're not just talking about water, you're also talking about fish. You're also talking about the plants life, the insects life, the trees and everything. You get what I'm saying? And so like I say, so who owns the fucking river? So like this happens a lot around the world where they're like, fuck that country below us. You know what I'm saying? The river go through us first. We're gonna build a dam before it gets to them, and harvest as much of this water as we can. Fuck them niggas that's below us. They gotta get in where they fit in.
Yeah.
So, but this not your fucking river, bro. It did not really flow through a whole bunch of other damn countries, states, or whatever the hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a crazy way of thinking. It's so selfish. The river is for everybody. The lakes, the sea is for everyone, bro. The trees are for everyone. The dirt, the oxygen. They're going to try to figure out a way to charge us for oxygen after a while. I could totally see that shit coming.
I saw a funny story.
So you gotta buy this.
So you know 50 Cent and Vitamin Water, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how he got into that?
He bought it from some people. Or was he trying to invest in it with some people?
Nope.
That actually created it.
Nope. How he got into it. So Vitamin Water, it eventually started off as his. And a lot of people don't know this fact about somebody who they think is a complete fucking idiot. But he said one day he walks in the store and he's going about water. And there's 2 jugs of water. There's one that's $1.29 and there's another one that's $3.50. Of course, the $3.50, you can guess whatever product that's or Ozarka or
high-end water.
Yeah, high-end water. Yeah.
Poland Springs.
Yeah. So, and he looked at this other water, which was $1.29, and he says to himself, like, hey man, well, how do I know that this water came from the cleanest springs or whatever, from wherever they saying it's from? And this one just says purified and it's at a cheaper price. He was like, how do I know that? He was like, I don't know that. I have no idea where either one of these bottles of water come from. So that's how he got the damn idea. And what he did was he marketed it off of his rap success. That's why everybody started buying Vitamin Water. Because, this is 50 Cent water. This was at his top tier point. Get Rich or Die Trying had just dropped, and then The Massacre right around there. And so he creates this bottle of water. Some of it has flavors and stuff like that. After the tip top of his fame, Coca-Cola buys this dude's product for $4.1 billion. And he said he did. I don't know. I don't want to just say he's a white dude. It was an old white dude with the glasses. I don't know. There's a lot of them, but he has a very popular show, and I can't think of his name right now. But he sold it to Coca-Cola for $4.1 billion damn dollars, dude. Just off of the idea that you don't know where that water comes from. You have no idea what's in vitamin water. Coca-Cola just bought it. Probably a lot more shit in it now. Just saying.
Oh yeah. They got fructose and everything in it now.
Hell yeah!
All the red color dyes and all the stuff that's banned in other countries around the world. But
Yeah, he also marketed it because he's a huge dude. Get down. He's a huge dude. So he marketed
he
it
ain't
to
good
the workout crowd.
Yeah.
That was another niche for him. Not only was he famous, he's like, you can do that. He was huge. Not fat like he was in the Super Bowl, but just a couple of years ago.
This shows how fucking stupid everybody is. Doc says
Yeah.
a rat can crawl through a hole the diameter of your thumb. Yeah, rats are fucking like, they're the worst, some of the worst creatures. I swear I hate them motherfuckers. Doc says an acceleration tax because exhaling increases your carbon footprint. Yeah, I could totally see that. Yeah, them fucking rats, bro. And I've had. I mean, I don't even want to tell y'all how intimately I have of knowledge of rats because I've had to deal with the motherfuckers growing up. So, fuck, I hate the motherfuckers, bro. Fuck rats.
Shoot, send a couple of them mugs in there to Russia. Some of them big dudes go, ah!
Hell yeah, the ones out of New York, nigga. Go in the sewer, grab a whole bunch of rats, and then go drop them hoes off in Russia.
Dude, not dude. It ain't no pick up a whole bunch of rats. Have you ever really seen a rat in New York?
No.
Yeah, I have never been there, but the videos I've seen, the motherfuckers are big, bro.
They about the size of Lana.
say, bro, they breed fucking rats out there.
It's because of the way, and I was watching a video about it, and we was talking about this in a class, because the way we built our cities, because we were talking about diseases of antiquity, and these kind of like these sewer systems that we built underneath our cities are breeding grounds for, fucking, and not just rats, but also for diseases and shit. So anyways, the way we built our cities is perfect for these type of vermin to live off of. Like some of them damn sewer rats, they don't even have to come out of the sewer. They got everything they need down there. They live their whole life through there. That's the reason why they be so fucking big. Ugh. That shows up how nasty we are, though. That shows how disgusting we are as a species, because our system, the Native Americans didn't have rat problems, bro. It was rats but these numbers were low. The kind of field rat motherfuckers, the ones that are smaller and fast and skittish. These fucking sewer rats will run up to you in your face and be like, "What up, nigga? What's good, bro? What you talking about?
What you got on my 40?"
That's because of the conditions that we have put that's so good for them to evolve and grow bigger and fucking be bold, and you know what I'm saying? Gangster. Yeah. I seen one take out a pigeon, bro. I saw a rat take a living pigeon, bro. I saw a rat take a living pigeon, bro. Like, that's some gangsta ass shit. Pigeons can fly, bro. Damn. The motherfuckers are gangster. So look, the Native Americans didn't have that problem, right? It's because of the way we deal with our waste, the way we deal with our water, our sewer systems. This shit is unsustainable. It's fucking nasty. One of the problems is too many people packed in together. Like, we be talking about scarcity. That's one of the things that causes scarcity, is when you got too many people close together, because then you consumed all the damn resources that's in the area. Us, naturally, we kind of need some space in between us. We need to be a bit. These cities, we talked about it before in the show, how they tricked everybody into moving into the cities, and that's how they got us on this damn treadmill in the first place, and got us off of our farms, got rid of all of the small farms, put us in the cities. Now we shitting up sewer systems and got big ass rats and in traffic all day. Fucking miserable.
Damn, that's a good thought though, bro.
I hate to make y'all feel all. Doc says Bill Gates or Warren Buffett. What's the question? Bill Gates or Warren Buffett?
I'm not sure. I would, off the top of my head, I would say Warren Buffett.
I would say Warren Buffett too, off the top of my head, because he just seems more genuine. He's the one when they show the story of his secretary paying more in Texas than he did. He the one who released that story and shit. You ain't never heard Bill Gates come out with no shit like that. he don't really give a fuck about people. I don't think Bill Gates. He never came across as that guy that really gives a fuck. Doc says, I used to work for Orkin Pest Control in Louisiana. Woo! I know you saw some fucking shit. New York rats are the size of our taqueria burritos in Texas.
Damn.
I told you, bro. I told you. Them motherfuckers huge, man. They're huge. I saw the damn rat and immediately got scared. Looking down into a subway, man. It's like, what the hell is that? I thought.
He said the old rich white guy with glasses. He said Curtis was talking about Gates or Buffett. Is that what you were talking about?
No, this was a talk show host. Oh, but I guess his question might be different from what I was talking about at that point in time.
Phil Donahue.
This was a talk show host that 50 Cent was on. Huh?
Oh, I'm just randomly saying names now.
Oh
Donahue?
no. He talking about like I don't know if it was Conan O'Brien or
One of them. It's not Conan. I know exactly what Conan looks like.
Oh, Stephen Colbert.
No. It's I guess
It's
it's
a
really
very
one
old
other one.
show.
Oh, you said it's a very old show?
They're not very old, but he's been on air for a while, bro.
David Letterman is, I don't know. Anyways,
My bad. I'll find it.
We're gonna be guessing forever. Check this
Yeah.
little post right here. It says airstrikes in the last 48 hours. This is interesting. Airstrikes in the last 48 hours. You got U.S. airstrikes in Somalia, 37 Saudi airstrikes in Yemen, Israeli airstrikes in Damascus, that's in Syria, and then you got dozens of Russian airstrikes in Ukraine. This is the last 48 hours.
Crazy.
Yeah. Niggas don't want to hear bombs. They don't want to hear that siren going off there.
Yeah. You see what Outkast was really talking about?
Bombs over Baghdad.
Yes. Don't pull the thing out unless you're ready to bang.
Yeah, don't pull the thing out unless you're ready to bang. Because that's the thing right now that's
They
happening.
ready
Like
to-
with
they was
Russia,
ready to
it's like,
bang.
bruh, if you send some nuclear shit, best believe we let's play pity pat or let's play tennis. What do you want to call it?
Look, I'm not
Volleyball.
I'm not afraid of no man. Now there's some I might be able to look at and like, yeah, he might be able to kick my ass. But I ain't really afraid of no man. But at the same time, I'm looking at like this whole ordeal with Ukraine and Russia. Like the dude wasn't smart. Like how did he not figure out that he was gonna get his ass whooped by Russia?
You talking about Ukraine?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. I really go watch both.
Wait, what actually happened? Because I don't know. What did he say?
It's
What did he
really
do?
complex. But go watch Bo, Pat. I might send you the video after this because I can't show it on the show. But
Yeah.
go watch Bo's breakdown. It's a short video. It's really good. But wait, what did you say before that? What did y'all say?
I was talking about how crazy it had to be for Ukraine to still like knowing their position and
Yeah, that's why I
knowing
said ask for Bo because he broke that down in his video and he was talking about how like this guy is military minded. Like I say, he's connected, so he gives you the options. He's like, okay, so this is the mindset. So it's either this or that. So he explained, how it could have been that they fell away on purpose. You know what I mean? To do kind of like a guerrilla warfare because you don't want to do like a face-to-face warfare with these people.
yeah, and that was the same time when I was telling you shit. I don't think Ukraine wants to even do that with Russia.
Yeah.
Is it I kill you with no gun?
Yeah,
You
but they're not fighting directly with Russia. That's what I'm saying. I mean, even though the news is saying that, it's
I know.
these little factions that don't want to be a part of Ukraine no more. And they've already been fighting for a while. And right now, Russia gave them backup, if you will. That's what just happened. You know what I'm saying? So that doesn't mean that it's going to be a prolonged war between Ukraine and Russia, because Russia just said, I'm going to recognize the sovereignties of these areas. And y'all fucking with them, so I'm gonna give them a bit of support. So that's it. So what I'm saying is, it's not even looking like it's gonna be like the war isn't between Ukraine and Russia, even though the media is saying that. That's not really what's happening. Ukraine ain't finna try to fight Russia any fucking way. Come on, man. And like I say, that might have been why they fell away. But what they're saying is the guerrilla type of war, being that they keep on antagonizing these regions. You get what I'm saying? They'll keep on like, no, y'all part of us, so they're gonna keep on fighting. They've been fighting for a while. So maybe Russia actually can bring an end to the fighting. See, this is an aspect of the whole thing that I haven't heard nobody say. This because they've been fighting over there in that part of Ukraine for a good amount of time. You guys go look it up. This action by Russia's kind of stepping in could actually possibly bring an end to the whole fucking fighting, because the areas get to be recognized as sovereign, and that's it. So then they'll be like, well, Ukraine will be like, nah, we don't want to recognize them as sovereign. And Russia is like, bruh, they sovereign, so leave them alone. It's over. And they'll be like, okay, Russia, because we don't want no problems with you. You know what I mean? Doc says 46 won't do anything. He's limper than someone looking at a nude photo of Rosie O'Donnell. It's open season. I hate that y'all get caught up on whether it's Trump or Biden or Obama or Bush. Y'all gotta get off of that, because regardless of who the fuck was sitting over here, I think, depending on the situation, Putin does whatever the fuck he wants. Historically, look at the history. This motherfucker does whatever the fuck he wants historically, regardless of who the fuck's in office over here. I don't think he cares that much who the fuck is the president of the United States. We're the ones who try to act like the president of the United States is so important. Putin been in there running the show for the longest. How many fucking presidents you done seen? He done seen come and fucking go. You think he really gives? You think he really gives two shits on who's the president of the United States? Oh, it's this guy. It's a brown one, or it's a plump one. It's a sleep one. I don't know. Whatever. Whoever. Who's next? It's gonna be a black woman this time. I don't give a fuck. Come on, y'all. He don't care. He said Russia pushed the borders further than what the agreed borders are, taking territory further into Ukraine. Plus, the separatists are funded by the bank that Biden shut down. I don't know if it's true about the territories further into Ukraine. I think that's something that they're twisting. I'm referring to the administration, not the name. Yeah, fuck that. The administration is the same. There's two wings on the same bird. We have to understand that. Republican, Democrat, nigga, it's two wings on the same bird. It's only one administration. Pepsi or Coke, you drinking the same shit. Stir fry shit or bake shit, you eating the same shit. And the way the United States has moved on the geopolitical stage has been lockstep with each other probably since what? The McCarthy times? I don't know how far back you can go. Probably a pretty good ways you can go back, where the Democrats and the Republicans have been basically, no different. The same party, especially when it comes to foreign relations with the military-industrial complex. All of this shit, monopoly, capitalism, the Cold War. These niggas is not fucking, the little arbitrary things that they have us arguing about. And like I say, them niggas, they kids go to the school together. They chop it up. It's just like the lawyer. When you go to law, you go to your case, bro, and they dealing with some shit that has important implications on the rest of your life, right? Like they making a decision about whether you're going to go to jail for 2 years or 85 years or even possibly get the death penalty or something. But little do you know, the defense attorney and the damn prosecutors, they went to the same college, they went to the same university, they part of the same frat. Their kids go to the same school. They kick it before and after the case. Guess what? The judge knows one or the other one of them niggas too. They all know each other, chopping it up and laughing and joking, and then they go in the courtroom and act all serious and shit when you watching. Okay, yes, I'm gonna defend my defendant and make sure that he doesn't get life in prison. But they didn't already maybe had a brief discussion about. Trust me, it was brief. If they had a discussion about the situation already before all this shit formality shit happened, and it's like, what you think about this guy? I don't know, whatever, bro. Like, well, fuck that guy. Okay, whatever. That's probably the extent of the conversation. They then all came to the consensus: fuck that guy, life in prison. Yeah, I don't think y'all hear me.
I hear you, but I kind of miss it because of my headset.
Yeah,
And,
I'm just saying the game is rigged.
oh yeah,
You know, they all cool with each other. The Republicans and the Democrats are cool with each other. They're buddy. They might act like they fighting with each other on TV and have a real problem with each other over a certain subject, but a lot of it is theater. After the show is over, they all go have a beer.
yeah. Exchange, give the checks. They end up giving them their check for their job well done.
Well, they're all like peers. They're all buddies. That's what I'm trying to get people to understand. They're friends. They all went to the same schools. Their kids go to the same schools. Washington, D.C. is really not that big, right? That shit is small as fuck.
4 square miles.
Come on, bro. They all know each other. They're all cool. They see each other at the coffee shop. They see each other at the whatever the fuck, Chick-fil-A, whatever the fuck. I don't know what these rich people do. Starbucks, they probably don't fuck with Starbucks. I don't know what they do. Whatever it is that they do, they run into each other at brunch. I guess brunch. You know. Hey, Susie, what about all that shit in on TV about the fucking whatever LB7 bill? Fuck that LB7 bill. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. How's Timmy? Timmy's doing good, you know. They don't care, bro. It's just another day. It's another walk in the park. This is their job. Doc says Kamala said flat out Biden is a racist and possible racist and ending up being VP even though no one likes her. And that is an example of kind of what I'm saying, I think, because that shows that, you know, it's rigged. The game is rigged. How the fuck nobody likes her? How the fuck did that happen, bro? How the fuck did she make it there? You know what I'm saying? They're all cool. She's cool with somebody. She's somebody's buddy. That's how she made it there. It's like, no, this is my buddy. No, she's cool. She's cool. All right, if you vouch for her. Something happens, that's your ass. If she flips the script and tries to help black people, that's your ass.
Yeah, but you're right, man. You're right.
We all know she's not gonna do that. Her whole career was locking niggas up. That's how she came up on the scene. She locked up more niggas in California than fucking probably anybody else. She broke records. I lock niggas up. That's what I do. Mamas, everybody. Oh, the kids don't want to go to school? Lock the mama up. Fuck that. That's what she did. You know those were black and brown families.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Would have got smacked back at the least.
That's why she got promoted, bro. She fucking locked up so many niggas. And that's what I be saying about the United States. The people they give trophies to, I don't want none of their trophies now.
The ones that are willing to go against the people is the ones that they really want.
And that's why I don't want trophies and shit from them no more. The Grammys and shit. Like who the first rap out group was that got a Grammy. What was his name of them? 3 6 Mafia. And that music is so damaging to the community, bro. Like, good job damaging the community. You had niggas driving cars with rims that don't stop. You had them buying up all of them liquor in liquor stores. You had them niggas, you know what I'm saying, doing this, that, and the other. All this stupid fucking shit. All this stupid clown shit. So you know what? We're gonna give you a reward. We're gonna give you we're gonna give you this Grammy because, bro, you had them niggas wilding the fuck out, bro. Thank you. You had them niggas bring stupid all the way out. And that's what it is. And a lot of these rappers are straight up fucking clowns, bro. They straight up clowns. It's straight up minstrel show. It's straight up to make the world, make black people look stupid to the world. Fucking clowns. My rims don't stop. They don't stop. When I stop, my rims don't stop. Okay, that's pretty cool, bro. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't give a fuck about that shit. What about what's going on in the hood, bro? Like, what about the after school programs? Can we talk about that? Well, let's talk about education, bro. You know, let's talk about that. You know anything about politics? You know anything about what's going on? How the systems work and shit? How they fucking over you? Nah, I don't care about none of that shit. My ice is blinging though. Check out my grill though.
You know why I'm laughing? As soon as the fine ass whoever the hell the chick is walk right past her, they see you and they see him. Who you think they choosing?
And that's what's so sad. It's so sad. Like I was saying in the other video, bro, righteousness, character, that shit is losing. The fake shit is winning, bro. The fucking clout chasers, I want to count money and spell out my name with money on Instagram. These niggas is winning. Go put that money back into something, bro. Like with somebody, like you pulled out a bunch of money out. Ain't you finna go pay rent or something with them? Stop, bro. Stop, bro. That's your damn car note and your rent. That's your mortgage and car note. Stop, fucks. Please stop. And then they try to convince all of us that we want this big ass house or this loft apartment or the newest car, the latest iPhone. You know what I'm saying? We want to have to be paying all these bills every month. We want to have a subscription to HBO Max, Netflix, and Cinemax, and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Let me read some comments. Doc says, racist and possible rapist. Doc says, I'm still trying to figure out how 46 got a pass for saying, if you have a problem, figure out if you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. I know, that was pretty funny. He says, you do realize that was the only time he was colloquial speech, ain't? I personally think that is also insulting, only speaking that when addressing black people. Yeah, I mean, he was, I can't argue with you, Doc. It was all the way, you know, that's what the liberals do. They have this gaslighting thing that they do where it's like I say, like the baby feed you type shit.
Yeah,
like, you know, like they're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. It makes my skin crawl. It makes me so fucking angry. And you're right, because it's like, oh, you know, I'm not being racist. I'm cool. I'm cool and hip. I'm cool and hip Joe. You know what I mean? Ain't this how y'all talk to each other? Yeah. I watched the video on it. I watched the YouTube. They did they debriefed me on this. This how y'all talk. They told me this will go over well with y'all. So yeah, this is you know, and it makes me so angry because it's so fucking fake. And a lot of times these be the most racist motherfuckers or the ones that's pretending like that. Like I said before, man, if you hate niggas if you hate somebody because of the color of their skin, then fucking stand on that fucking shit, bruh. And I can respect that. Don't fucking pretend that you don't. Now I've lost all respect for you. Don't fucking act like, oh, I got a black friend. You know, I got one black friend or whatever the hell. You know, I'm not racist. Oh, I don't see color or whatever the fuck. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bruh. If you don't like niggas, if you don't like Mexicans, you don't like Asians, you don't like whatever the hell it is, then that's what it is, bro. Stand on that shit. Be real. I can respect that. Now we can have a beer together. We can have a drink together and chop it up, bro. Because I know where you're coming from. I know where you at on it. The person that is pretending, that's the one I can't fuck with. I can't fuck with you, bro, because I don't know where you stand. You know, you sending mixed signals. Because if the nigga be like, man, you know what? If it was during the time of slavery, nigga, you'd be my slave, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Be like, you know what? I fucks with you, bro. Let's go have a beer.
The damn thing about it is, man, you fuck with these women that send mixed signals all the fucking time. All the goddamn time. It's just so fucking hard to have a straight up fucking conversation.
And I can feel you. And I can feel you when you're talking real. When you're talking real, I can feel you. Because when you done said how you really feel about something, and it's like you said it with your chest, bro. I'm like, oh, I can respect that. You know, especially if it's an unpopular opinion or something that most people hide and fake about. You know what I'm saying? Stand on it. Say it with your chest, bro. Now, I mean, I might not agree with you, and that's another thing I be saying. Just because we're not gonna all agree on everything, that doesn't mean we can't work together and build together and do this, that, and the other together, and be like, bruh, you know, I don't want your daughter to fucking end up with my son or some shit like that. Just so long as you know that I'm not feeling the mixed baby thing. You know what I'm saying? Be like, bruh, you know what? I don't want my daughter to have a baby with your son either. So you know what? You know, I don't really have a problem with that. We actually on the same page. So when it happens, we both gonna be like, oh, tell my daughter, bruh, you can't have no kid with that nigga. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm cool with his dad. Yeah, we cool as fuck. But no, you can't. No, you're not having no baby with that nigga's kid. No. That's a no. Yeah. And I'm not saying that I feel this way. What I'm saying, because I got mixed kids, but what I'm saying is, you know, how you feel about it is how you feel about it, and that's okay. And I'm not gonna like necessarily judge you for that or whatever. I like the character. I like to be people being honest and real and true, so we can have real and true conversations, and then that's the way we can get to the bottom of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? If you faking that, like, you know, that you're not racist or whatever, I'm not racist, I'm prejudiced, or I'm not prejudiced, I'm racist, or you know, some old mind numbing, bobbling bullshit that people be saying, like I don't see color, or I just don't like Chinese people, or I just don't like I don't like Asians. I don't know what the fuck they be saying. The people from Thai, the Philippines people, what are they anyways? Like, let me ask y'all this. What is the ones from the islands, the niggas that be in the football all the time, really big, they have beautiful hair, they tend to be brown skinned, Polynesian, I think you would call them Polynesian people. So like these are basically black Asians, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, I'm losing myself. Let me read the comments. Doc says, white knighting for racism is almost as bad as racism. Let them tell you what offends them, then stand beside them. Don't treat them like they need your help. That is fucking condescending. And the condescending shit is what fucking pisses me off. And you know another thing, like me and Curtis, we was talking about the black movies. You know what I'm talking about when I say black movies? Like them cheap ass, bad acting, bad plot, you know, low budget ass film without a real story and shit. And it's so many of them. And black people be watching this shit. It's on all the damn networks and shit. And I'm like, they are condescending when they fill the market with that trash. It's because black people like good movies too. We can follow a real plot. You know what I'm saying? We can follow deep thoughts and deep concepts just like everybody else. We don't need a fucking whole ass movie about, you know, how this girl dated this other guy and he cheated on her or some shit. Like the whole fucking movie is that, like, I mean, I'm trying to explain it and not be offensive, but like that the Tyler Perry's movies, you know, a lot of those fucking movies, bro, they just like the actors are terrible, the writing was terrible. Like black people like shitty movies. Is that what y'all saying? We prefer shitty movies or whatever. Like they're just giving you shit. It's like I say, they feed you shit because they figured that you don't have the palate, you don't have the, you know, complexity, you don't have the you don't appreciate art. You don't have the class to be able to appreciate a complex movie. So give them Fast and Furious 2000 and it just be a car chase through the whole fucking movie with explosions. That's what they want. They don't want to think. It makes me angry, bro. Doc says people can have prejudice without being racist. Prejudice is just prejudgment and normally comes from bad experiences or upbringing education. It can be overcome. Racism is something deeper and much harder to overcome if you ever can. Yeah, so I mean, when I was making my comments, I wasn't trying to like stress the difference between the meaning of prejudice and racism. I was just using that as an example of people trying to deflect from their real feelings about things. You know what I'm saying? And prejudging people is not cool either. You know, I mean, how can you judge someone without knowing them? So what are you prejudging them on? Are you prejudging them on their skin tone? Then wouldn't that be racism? I'm just saying. How long are we? We're at 3:15. I'm not gonna go much longer. I done put Pat to sleep and shit. I feel like I need some influence, bro. Y'all tell me how to fucking improve the show. What we do that y'all don't like? What do we do that y'all do like? What could we do to improve the show? What are some topics y'all would like us to cover? I don't know. And I need more people to join. I really need some females' perspectives on this stuff. Because I've noticed now, I'll be looking at my analytics and I've noticed now that like most of my followers are male now. I used to have it more balanced, but I think I'm either gaining just more dudes or I'm losing the female audience. And I'm trying to reach everybody, you know? So like I say, I'd like to get some more like female perspectives on things so that maybe with the show when we're making comments, it's all us dudes and we're all coming from like a certain masculine type of male type of perspective or something. And I feel like maybe we're not covering everything fairly, you know, balanced. I fear that.
Was both sides exploring the Nazi technology, okay? Project Alsos for the Russians, Project Paperclip for the United States. The Cold War, again, it's a farce. There was no nukes. All of that Manhattan Project was about esoteric knowledge, not exoteric, okay? Star Wars tech. Now that they have the technology to control the mass population totally, okay, you're talking about MK Ultra mind control on a mass scale using 5G frequency waves and 6G ultimately is where they're shooting to go. You can see why they're setting up the grid and then why they need to lie about fake asteroids so that they can put the weaponry up there. Okay, so they can fight against space and then really they're dropping, you know, rods of God on cities claiming it's asteroids. And now we got to fight God, who's an alien. But So the whole point of faking.
Okay, well, that was all over the place. I used to like him a lot more in the past. I think that he's gotten a little crazy, but it might just be that I'm more educated. I don't know. Yep. No war here. No war here.
Stop. Jim, we've come out of the center of the Ukrainian capital, Kiev, and we are here at the Antonov Airport, which is about 25 kilometers, 15 miles or so out of the center. These troops you can see over here. Stand up, Lewis. These troops you can see over here, they are Russian airborne forces. They have taken this airport. They've allowed us to come in and be with them as they defend the perimeter of this air base here, where helicopter-borne troops, these troops, were landed in the early hours of this morning to take and to form an air bridge to allow for more troops to come. And you can see these are Russian forces. You can tell they're Russian. I've spoken to them already. You can tell they're Russian. They've got that orange and black band to identify them as Russian forces. I've spoken to the commander on the ground there within the past few minutes, and he said they are now in control of this airport. And within the past few seconds, just before you came to us, they were engaged in a firefight, presumably with the Ukrainian military, which says it is staging a counteroffensive to try and take back this airport. I can tell you now, I'm standing outside right in the middle of the...
So they did take the airport. I was wondering about that. NFT crashing. This is interesting. See, I think who wrote this? This is what's fucking going on. It says NFT crashing in ETH value, ETH crashing in USD value, USD crashing in buying power value. This is what's fucking happening, bro. This is what's fucking happening. I think that's what's really happening, bro. Like they're trying to distract us from the fucking damn economic collapse that we got fucking coming, bro. That they're fucking like, I don't know, staving off these damn companies with these fake ass jobs, these big ass fucking, these buybacks. They're buying their own stocks and pushing the value up. All this bullshit that they're doing, bro. This shit can't keep going. It's gonna fucking fall down. And I think that's what's coming. And I don't know, like, I guess that's gonna be the threat level red next at some point. Right now, threat level red is what's going on in Ukraine, NATO, and us being afraid of possibly leading to a damn nuclear ass war. But threat level red after that would be the fucking economy just crashing. Oh shit, I can't show this shit. Let me get out of here. Fucking the economy just fucking crashing. I gotta clean that shit up. I'm gonna just stop showing that shit because it's too much fucking too hard to clean that shit up. Let's look at this map. Kazakhstan, Mongolia, China. Ukraine is right up in here, but it's not showing. Let me type it in. Still not showing. I need to refresh the screen. Okay. Ukraine. It's not going to show where the contested areas are, huh? I want to say they're on the west side of Ukraine, like up in here. It's like regions where they're having the problem. There's fighting all the way in here in Kyiv. I don't know where the airport is that they said they took. It must have been in this area. So you got Belarus, Lithuania, you got Poland over here on that side. See, Russia wants a buffer zone between their border with a friendly buffer zone. See, Moscow is right here. So, and like these are the borders between Russia and these countries right here. Here's Ukraine down here. So this is the border with Russia here. So that's Russia's real issue. Like you can understand how this could be. Look how close this is. Okay, so this is Kyiv. You see, this is on a waterway here. And I always talk about how trade is always so important. And there's no coincidence that Kyiv is a big major city because you can see where, look, all, even these roads, the river, this is a main hub for everything for this region. So people making money basically. And it probably Russia hurt when they lost this region after the collapse of Russia, so the USSR. So like I want to say breadbasket like area down off of here because you can see how this water comes down through here. That's probably really good for these people. So, but you can see how the border with Russia is not that far right here, and then you see Moscow. That's the capital, and then Kyiv is here. So you can see how Russia would be not wanting to have problems in these areas, threatening forces in these areas. They want these to be friendly territories. It's too close to their border. They don't want They don't want like NATO or America, China. But them in China is kind of cool. They're getting kind of cool. But any kind of peoples that are against them, they don't want them up in here. And they also want to make sure that they have influence in these regions because they don't want other countries to have too much influence in these regions because, again, it's too close to their border. He says, scroll down and it shows you how Putin has them surrounded. I don't know if I can pull this up. Was this a link you said? I can't click links in these things, I don't think. Let me see. I can't really do that. Let me see. I'm gonna try to do that. What is this? That's just pinning it. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Hold on. I highlighted it down. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I can't copy it. That's what I'm saying. I can't. I'm trying to do that. It won't let me. I don't have the even when I right click, it gives me back, reload, save as, print, cast, create QR code, pop-up blocker, view page source. View page source. Well, that probably just gonna. Yeah, it sent me to air. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I can't do it. It won't let me. It won't let me do it. It's probably because of I'm on this StreamYard app and my screen looks different from y'all's. And it doesn't give me as many. I mean, I do have a lot of options, but it won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me control nothing on there. That's what I'm telling you, bro. I don't have that option when I'm in this screen. Normally I can do that, but I can't here. It's not letting me. Yeah, because it just goes to StreamYard. It sends me back to my it won't let me do it. Because I did kind of want to look at the areas where the contested areas are on this map. I want to say it's on this western side of Ukraine over here. There's fighting in Kyiv too, but the disputed territories I want to say is over here. I hate to be wrong about that shit. I can't type in directly. Type what in? The mirrors. Okay, I didn't think of doing that. I can't see the fucking screen while I got this tab open. Maybe if I have to keep going back to type it in. Mirror.co.uk.
All right, Shaq, I'm about to call it, bro. I gotta be up early.
Okay. Thanks for being here, bro.
Always a pleasure. All right.
Peace and love, bro.
Peace and love.
/news/world's news. Russian-Ukraine war chilling map. Page not found. Yeah. Oh, something popped up and I cleared it. Whatever. Yeah, I spent too much time. Let's take way too much time, and I'm about to wrap it anyway. It's 3.5 hours. My arm's getting tired from the computer's up high and I have to like type and shit. I hate to sound like a little bitch, but I'm gonna give up on that. Might come back to it tomorrow. If you could send the links to me some other kind of way, send them to me on Facebook. Send me the links through my Facebook messengers, even when we're doing the show, because I think I can go to Facebook Messenger and open it up on my phone, and then it'll be on my history for if it's a YouTube or whatever, and then I'll be able to pull it right up on the screen on here, because I'll use my YouTube history a lot and it updates right away. So yeah, send it to my Facebook Messenger. I'll get a Facebook Messenger message, click on it, and then I'll click follow the link. If it's a YouTube page, it'll open that page up, and then the memory of me clicking that'll be here, and I'll be able to pull it up like that. That's how we'll do it from now on. Send the links to my Facebook Messenger, bro. He says you can use them from the chat log here too. I can't. I'm telling you, from my screen, I can't do it. From my screen, I can't do it. My screen doesn't look like y'all's screen. I'm on the StreamYard website, and all of these chats are going to different web page. This is a web hosting site, whatever you call it. So whatever, like it doesn't let me fuck with those. It doesn't let me do nothing with these comments. Like I can't even highlight them like that. It don't let me do that. I can't, the links. And then it might have something to do with my settings in here, because I remember when I started this off, I think I cut it for links, because people put they like to spam these kind of, especially small pages like mine. They'll spam them with their links to their porn sites and whatever the fuck. So I put like a blocker on that. I don't know if that has to do with this though. I think this is just this site won't let me do it. Because when I'm in the show, I'm on StreamYard. I can't do the show from anywhere else because that's where I broadcast the show. Yeah, I probably could go to Facebook itself and open it up. I might be able to do that. I never tried to do that. But then that's gonna fuck up the show, bro, because what happens is I'll start getting feedbacks because I've done that before where I open up the show on multiple different things and it starts making weird ass noise. A bunch of crazy weird shit be happening. So I would have to literally go to the Facebook page, open up the show that we're doing right now, and then go scroll down to the comments. But that's when, like I say, weird ass shit be happening. Yeah, after the show. Yeah, so but send me the links through my messenger, bro. So that way I can use them. I'm gonna wrap it for tonight, y'all. I'm tired and I've been unproductive, so I'm gonna try to rest so I can try to be productive for the. I guess it's too fucking late for me to try to be productive for this week, huh? This week is fucking over, bro. It's fucking Friday now. Oh well, another week gone. I got a test on Monday. Peace and love, y'all. I'm gonna wrap it. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for listening. Hopefully y'all learned something. Y'all leave me comments underneath the videos. Go back and watch the video or click on the video. Give me the thumbs up. But I really want y'all to go and click on the video and leave comments on how I can improve the show, what I can do better, and what y'all don't like about the show. It's totally okay. You know, it's whack that you do this. It's whack that you do that. I really like that you do this. I really like that you do that. That'll help me out a lot. I need some feedback. Peace and love. Thank y'all for joining. I think I'm going to end it with one of these new songs because it changes the thumbnail.
You mean all this time I've been muted?
Yeah, bro. I muted you since earlier. When you was talking, what'd you say?
I would say stuff here and there, but then... All right, well, peace and love.
All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too, man.
All right. Let me play one of these.
Good evening, my little one. I shall make you psychotic.
Mommy, what does psychotic mean?
Back and forth, and you know I'm swinging bows. I'm about to change course, go home and change your clothes. I'm looking at this bitch, it seems like she's saying no. I'ma hit the streets, though I'm supposed to be laying low. I'm following the buzz, never know which way it go. Keep on bringing heat, cause the G.O.D. say it so. Sailing on the beat, so you can't chop and play it so. She got me for a piece, now I'm about to pay the hoe. Stop smoking, switching sweets, why I gotta take a toke. Now I got a little guac, now I gotta make it grow. Keep on thinking we some hee-haw, ma and pa folks. We gon' hit you in your teeth, we keep a buzz all closed. I've been on it 5 days, so I'm sitting sideways. Now get out of my way, or I'ma hit your Hyundai. Take a lick on my dick if you don't like what I say. I'm the shit with the shit, so we gon' do this my way. Yeah, we just getting started, so go and say your grace. I'ma eat you rappers, though I won't enjoy the taste. I'm closing your estates while you falling on the stakes. I'm rolling on the bass while you rolling on the face. Sitting on the place, not knowing I'ma take your fast, slowing and it's fake.